are live! Welcome you all to the round number 11 of LBFF Season 7. I am your captain for the day, Marcelo Ferrantini here. And of course, I am not by myself. I'm sided by my co-pilot, tThe. How you doing, Isa?
Well, I'm very happy because it's LBFF Day, as always, saving my Sundays, my weekends. And today we are going...
Our carnival here.
Yes, of course, our carnival. And today we'll be having Group C playing for the first time in this week. So I'm very excited, a lot of expectations.
Of course, lots of expectations. 6 teams that didn't play yesterday and are coming here today to try to get to the teams that now have 6 more maps played than those teams. And of course, we will bring you guys to the broadcast, not only on the chat, but also on our social media. Follow us at FF Esports BR. And if you want to join the discussion in our social media, follow us at Marcelo Ferrantini or at Isa13X. Not or, and. Both of us. Follow both of us, and we'll bring you guys to the discussion as well. And Isa, a day which some teams that didn't play yesterday are coming here to show some prowess. They need to show that prowess because some teams from the mid-table had a great day yesterday, like Cruzeiro, like Loud had a better day than they had throughout the whole season.
Probably Loud's best day in this split yet.
And the teams on the top also had huge days, and those teams that will be playing here today need to improve their game to try to get to the top, isn't it?
Yes, and of course, B4 and Vivo Cage that are currently leading the charts, the standings, they can take over the leadership. They probably will, and they can open up a little bit of a margin between Fluxo, because today they will be finalizing their week as Group A's. Other teams like Cruzeiro, Team Liquid, they are all going to end the week today. Of course, we have high expectations for Netshoes Miners that is also going to make the week for today. So they need to do better. They need to get some kind of a different gameplay that we haven't been seeing from them. We know that it's a very strong team, but of course we have Group C playing, and Group C that is a very strong group, and we are going to see them playing for the first time, as I've said before.
And it's important for B4, Vivocade, and Cruzeiro to try to score the most points possible, because tomorrow Fluxo will be playing, BT Vasco will be playing here. Those are teams that, if they have a good day on Monday, they can be the leaders of the standings, and Fluxo already have a 39 points difference on the top, which is a great difference for a team that will still be playing here this week. And if B4 and Vivocade doesn't score well, they will be left behind from away from Fluxo tomorrow.
Yeah, as well. But today, that is more important, we are having Netshoes Miners and Liberty, our bottom 2 teams playing at the same time in the same round. So we need to see something different coming from those teams. Of course, Tropa also has been with ups and downs. They are a team that does great sometimes they don't do so well, but we need to see also a good performance out of them if they want to get back into the top 12, because yesterday they were bumped by the teams in groups A and B.
And of course, Netshoes Miners and Liberty, the only teams that still ain't reached 100 kills, and that reflects on the players, on the results of the players, not only on the matches but also on the FF squad.
Well, yes.
Those players right now need to perform better because Rick's in a lot of squads.
Yes, I'm waiting for Rick to do better, for those teams to do better, because the players are very cheap, and I'm a cheap person, so I cast them. So I am hoping that
I am a cheap person. 13 Isa.
So I am waiting for them to do better today so that I can score in my FF squad. And if you pay cheap in a player and he does incredibly well, you get extra points. So
you indeed get extra points. And of course, join us at ffsquad.com.br. The link is down below, and join us on this great game, the fantasy game for LBFF. And we still have some things to discuss about the games that are coming here today. My voice of my mind is telling me something right here that we have to see who are. If we're talking about the development of the players, we have to talk about the kill leaders. Cias yesterday had an amazing day. Trap broke the record for the most kills in a single round. So this skill leaders list is getting tangled in the dispute for the second place because CS just took off.
Yes, and if Netshoes, Miners, and Liberty don't watch out, CS is going to single-handedly pass both of those teams with the kills all by himself.
If I'm not mistaken, he's already done it. Let me check this out.
Well, while you check it out, Trap, maybe we are hoping for him to do so greatly as he did yesterday, and if he does so, he can kind of diminish the difference between him and CS. Of course, CS right now has established a 22 elimination difference in points between him and the rest of the charts in the MVP, which is a huge difference. It is going to be very difficult for someone to catch up to him.
And he has 1 kill more than Liberty, and Liberty has more kills than Netshoes Miners. So CS has more kills than 2 teams of LBFF.
Wow, so CS single-handedly has more kills than Liberty and Netshoes Miners, which is an interesting fact and really reflects on how poorly the performance of both of those teams are being up until now in the championship. And of course, today we will have the opportunity for some players in the groups A and C to be better in the kill leaders charts, because right now we only have Iago and Trap.
Those are the 2 guys that will be playing here today that are fighting for the kill leaders. We're going to check out the rotation, which is the regular rotation: Purgatory, Kalahari, Bermuda, Purgatory, Kalahari, Bermuda. The usual rotation that we love, that we cherish, and we're going to a Purgatory map that used to be Louds, became God Unidas, and now it's up for grabs.
Yes, Purgatory is a map that a lot of teams have an extra advantage on, have a little bit more experience on, but of course it is very unpredictable, especially in this season where it has been taken by team after team, as you said before. But high expectations for this Purgatory map. We have Magic Squad playing today, so maybe they will catch that first booyah and start off the day in the best way possible, which we all know is what all teams aim for.
And we've seen it being taken in points by Magic Squad. They started the week as the team with the most points in Purgatory, and not only in Purgatory, but they are well enough in Kalahari and Bermuda as well, and they start their week here today, and the expectations are really high for this Magic Squad.
Yes, and not only for Magic Squad, but also for metagaming, that are teams that can threaten the leadership in the end of the week. And today they can catch up to teams that have played twice, that have played once already yesterday. So Magic Squad and metagaming are 2 very strong teams that are the best classified in the Group C, and we have expectations for them. They need a good day if they want to guarantee this top 5 in the standings, which is very important to have a safety margin.
Really important, because we're heading to half of the season. We are on week 4, and we will reach half of the season right after, actually today, since we're going for 9 weeks. It's 4 weeks and a half, the middle point. We're reaching halfway through the season. That's something that we need to.
Yeah, we are getting closer and closer to the half of the season. And of course, when we get to the half of the season, most teams are already going to be sketched to where they will be during the rest of the season. Of course, especially the bottom fights, they stick up to the very finals, up to the very last round in the classification part of the championship. But we need to see the bottom teams really rising if they want to guarantee their place in the top.
Actually, next Sunday will be halfway through the season. We will have 4.5 weeks.
1 week from now.
1 week from now, we will be reaching halfway through the season. And of course, all the guys that are on the chat are with us throughout the whole season. So shout outs to you, Emotional Nation, Prem Gaming, Titan here saying hi, Isa and Marcelo.
Hi.
Nice to see you guys here. B2F Rocky, Anurag Rai always here with us. Davi Santos also here. Asanda Lutuli saying it's a good fan of us. Thank you so much from South Africa. Nice to see you guys from South Africa here. Amazing. Insane XGS. Tell us where you guys that are watching are from. We want to build this amazing community over here. It's great to see all those countries being represented, and as we're reaching the moment for us to get to to the start of the day, I have to ask you something important. Yesterday, we had no codes on the chat. Who are you betting for in this first map?
No, bets.
No certain bets.
Yes. So I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Tropa.
Tropa, nice bet for the first map, and I'm a bit bold. I'm gonna go with Liberty.
Good one. Okay.
I'm gonna go with Liberty.
Good one. I liked it.
I'm gonna go with Liberty because I believe they spent the whole week practicing rotations with the cars. That's the only thing
We hope so.
That's what they needed to do.
Yes, exactly. So Marcelo being very hopeful for Liberty's best performance yet, and I am being hopeful for Tropa to get back to the top 12. So that's our bets for the first map of Purgatory, and we'd like to know what's your opinion, so let us know.
Let me check this out. I have the passengers list over here. I have Vinita Adkari, Tufik Hassan, SAJ Era all over here on the cabin because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the fight R11D1 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain Marcelo Fiorentini, and by my side my co-pilot Isa invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Isa!
And we have the very first match of the day, of course starting off with Purgatory, as everybody loves, and we are seeing a very good, a very calm airplane route, everyone getting to their usual drop calls, but we are seeing the teams going closer and closer to their drop calls, and of course we need to see if we're going to have we are seeing some kind of a rotation, maybe confrontation with Liberty and Netshoes Miners. Netshoes Miners going for Lumber Mill, and Liberty usually goes for Fire Brigade, but maybe they won't.
It seems that both of them are too close by the region of campsite. That could become a war between two teams that are fighting against relegation. It's not the best moment for them to fight between themselves, is it?
Yes, and let's remember that Liberty is a team that has confronted Tropa for Central, and they haven't been successful, of course, and they went up for Fire Brigade, but their drop calls in Purgatory are always very kind of messy because they don't ever fall straight to the place. And look, Juan knocking down Drizzy on the other side of the map in Brasilia still. Los Grandes fell in Brasilia, and they were able to guarantee one knockdown for Drizzy.
They are on the south of Brazil, and they will get hype as well. Two players down. Drizzy now is up trying to fight Cebolinha over there, but they have to fare off against Cebolinha and Juan with higher ground advantage, and Cebolinha will take the kill on hype. Now Liberty already losing the first player, taking the first blood, and there you see Pato on the bridge. It was not a time for them to fight.
Yes, definitely not. But look, Pato is able to knock down Juan. If he guarantees the elimination, the fight is up again.
The fight is up again, but it's time for Drizzy to try to take the bridge and get away from there.
I think he's going to be able to make it, but if anyone catches him in the water, it's going to be a direct elimination. Of course, tThe being very bold, standing in the hard zone so early on the match, knowing that Tropa and Netshoes Miners are surrounding them in the map.
And there's a player from Tropa coming over.
Yes.
tThe uses the ice. It was Moreira over there, trying to avoid tThe from bringing back the player who went down for this Liberty squad. We see Drizzy with an inch of life left because he had no way to recover that life. And PL now using the Skylar skill to take down tThe, but he was able to bring back his teammate. Let's see how Kiled fares off in this rush. He is going over, and Hype is trying to come down. Drizzy will go down. Mandela takes the player down, and he will be sent back to the lobby. Poor choices from Liberty.
Yes, of course. Clearly, we did not have the best choice for Liberty, being standing in the hard zone so early on the match when they were basically sure that the other teams would be surrounding them. But of course, Tropa choosing to make an aggressive advance, which is basically a show of their game style for this match.
And now we have 3 players down for this Liberty squad. Only one player remaining trying to keep the team alive. My bet is gone. My bet is already gone. But now we see that B4 is trying to deal with the advance of Los Grandes. Los Grandes wanting trouble here today. Cosplaying as Team Rocket right now.
Yes, and we are having it this Sunday being a very, the teams are probably starting to play, and they always want to begin with confrontations, to begin fighting, because that gives so much confidence to the team, especially if they win the fight. But if we see a lot of confrontations right now, probably in the next couple of matches, when the teams that have been defeated in the early confrontations of this purgatory, they will probably not be engaging in so many fights.
Shoutouts to Vinita Adkari asking if we believe that the Magic Squad could be on top here today, is it?
Well, they certainly can with in terms of possibility, they can. Not the top one, but they can rise to...
I believe they can be in the top one.
Okay, it's just a matter of them making 6 booyahs.
No, actually, if they get 80, 90 points, they will be fighting for the top. They can be fighting.
89 between
No,
them.
not the top of the table, the top of the day.
Oh. Oh, if at the top of the standings, I was thinking.
No, the top of the day.
Okay. Well, yeah, maybe they can. Magic Squad is a team that has been in a great phase. We are seeing them constantly evolving, and it is a new team that seems to fit in very well. So a lot of expectations on top of them, and they can be very strong candidates for the top of the day.
They are developing really fast. This team is evolving week after week, and I believe that Magic Squad is becoming one of the strongest teams here in LBFF. We see Cruzeiro now going for their rotation after an amazing day. The team of the day yesterday with 88 points, 21 going only for Trap.
Yes, and of course Trap is playing again. We want to see him making that amazing amount of kills again, because CS did it twice. Maybe he can as well. So let's see if Trap is able to guarantee an amazing amount of kills like CS did yesterday also. So maybe you're going to see him developing in the kill rankings.
Twice in a row would be incredible. And there we see the mother of Dead God and Japa BKR. Here, cheering for Vivocade because Fluxo is not playing here today, so she can focus on Vivocade.
Yes, of course. And what must go through her head when both groups are playing? That's gotta be...
Yesterday.
Yes, she needs like one eye on one team and one eye on another.
We see El Cazuza over here saying, it's LBFF day, let's go over. Carolzinho, the Darlene Caroline, over here saying it's LBFF day, and she's cheering for Metagaming.
Metagaming, that is also a big candidate for being the top team of the day. They are a strong team that has also been completely renewed, and still they are having a great performance with Eric and Kawe being the MVPs for this team. Kawe that has been here in the LBFF for a long time, and he's always been such a great player, but his team usually didn't fit in so well, but now they are fitting in, and Meta will probably be one of the top teams if they keep up with this performance.
And Kawe has been the core of this Metagaming squad for a while now. He was the only player that remains from last season. And we see that the confrontations between Metagaming and Nitrox, it seems that Metagaming will not join that fight. But we also got to talk about Altman, the coach for Metagaming, who got a team that was set piece by piece, came from Furia, and is now giving a play style for this Metagaming squad that is working really well.
Yes, and you know what? I think coming from Furia that was a team that kept the same players for a long time, for split after split. I think that he kind of felt refreshed for having a brand new team, and working with a team from the zero is like completely different. It is a way to shape the team that he just didn't have in Furia, and that might be one of the reasons why he's being able to fit in the team so well. So Metagaming, Altman doing a very good job building this team back up, and of course they are competitors for the top of the standings.
And now we see the rotations from Team Liquid, a team that is trying to get better through the season, as we see Modestia siding João and giving some damage to the player with the best nickname ever, forcing him to retreat as Modestia goes back, takes his grenades, and will join the players from Vivocade over there. We see that guy trying to take down Tropa. BL takes a lot of damage, but he doesn't go to the floor. tThe trying to flank, but look at Team Liquid. This might become a war. Team Liquid getting to the middle of the field to go after the players from Tropa. One of them are already down. That guy takes the kill on BL and now is trying to take Mandela to the floor. But will put Moreira to the floor. General takes the kill on Mandela, and Moreira also goes down, and now Vivocade turns their attention to the players of Team Liquid. tThe took off, keeping Tropa alive. He's the only player left alive for this Tropa squad. And the fight is now between Team Liquid and Vivocade. Vivocade holding Team Liquid inside of the safe of the gas, forcing them to take some more damage. We see that God trying to rotate. He knows that there are some players from Team Liquid rotating. He sees Pedro Ares and Butch and tries to deal some damage onto their players. 10 minutes of play right now, and the safe zone is shrinking. That God trying some shots out. General is siding him. Modestia is also siding him, and they will go to the hangar where Modestia left a bunch of grenades by the entrance.
Yes, and Vivocade that drop called at Forge, and they are still in that region even after 10 minutes of the game. The safe zone has shrinked towards Forge, not completely towards it, but it is still kind of the border of the safe zone. So Vivocade playing a very safe game, but of course being able to guarantee kills on top of teams that are making their rotations.
And now we see Cruzeiro getting to fields and trying to hold the door for B4. They don't want B4 over here. They want to take them out, and that guy will take tThe. Tropa is down. Your bet is down, but my bet only has one player as well, so we're not winning this one. We see Giga putting Iago to sleep over there, trying the shots out with the Barret. Trying to get some damage out as we see Cauê getting some damage, and Liberty goes down. We both jinxed the teams. No problem. No codes for you guys this match. Let's see how Trap will try to understand the rotation from before. No players left alive. Cauê is on the floor, and Corinthians is now joining that battle as we see Pong trying to deal some damage with the grenades. Razor and Vitinho XP and Memgad still alive. Band goes down. It was Zenak that is not playing here today. Memgad taking the support role with Zenak outside of the field. Vitinho XP uses the grenade, takes Eric, takes Pão. Also, and Memgad brings Cauê to the floor. There's only one player to fight for Metagaming. It's Rafa X. Nice fight by Corinthians, turning this around as we see Memgad healing up a little bit. He has the AWM. He is playing the support role. The captain, Zenak, is benched here today. Vitinho XP with a grenade, trying to find Rafa. Deals a lot of damage, but doesn't take the kill. And now he finds Rafa X, but he goes down for the gas. One player left for Metagaming still is Cauê, and he will try to help Rafa X as Memgad tries to surround them and gets the shot onto Cauê. But he will go down as well. Metagaming goes to the floor, and now Los Grandes tries to take down the players from Vivocade. Corinthians also goes to the floor in the 9th position. That God inside of the gas, inside of also the garage over there. Let's see where the safe zone is going to close. Gus takes the kill on Modestia with the grenade, and he is on the edge of the door trying to get the sight onto one more grenade over there. That God will go down. Gus, being the baseball player he is with the grenade, finding some shots before we'll go down on the hands of the Magic Squad, and Vivocade still trying to hold themselves up, and Gus will come trampling. He will get the triple and will save Los Grandes, Isa.
Yes, 6 kills already for Los Grandes, but Vivocade should have been able to keep their position. They were they had the advantage for the positioning in Forge, so they should be able to make their marks on everyone who would get to that area. They didn't though, so Vivocade falling in the 7th position.
We see now that Cruzeiro is trying to take over Magic Squad. We see Drax coming with the scythe. He was left behind by the ice, and now the Chronos are up. Trap is the one being harmed over there by the grenades. He uses the ice and tries to rotate to find a better positioning to fight. He uses the med kit over there to be safe for this fight. We see that Giga went down, and Rush will go against Drax, but a nice grenade right now by Bops will leave the path open for Drax and Italo. Italo tries to jump in and he takes R7 to the floor. There's only Rush with an inch of life left and he is no more. Cruzeiro goes down in the 5th position and once again Magic Squad with an incredible rush to take down a good position, and it seems that they will go after the players from Nitrox, Isa.
Yes, Magic Squad guaranteeing their place inside of the safe zone, but Nitrox is also coming towards the safe zone. But Nacho's Miners holds the best position, in my opinion, for this endgame.
Let's check out if they will get their first booyah of the season. They got 2 kills and now they are rushing onto the players of Magic Squad. Maybe it wasn't the time for them to rush. Natividade tries to come with the grenade launcher, deals some damage but takes no one down. One other shot with the grenade launcher, more damage onto Natividade, and the grenades from Rick might finish it off. Natividade gets the takedown on Bobs. Natividade gets the kill on Bobs, and more grenades are coming in and Magic Squad goes down. Netshoes Miners can fight for the booyah. They have 3 players. Only 8 players still remaining. Nitrox has 4. Nitrox has the numbers advantage. No, they have 3 players. It's gonna be a 3v2. We have still Team Liquid fighting with 2 players. Now 1. MTS goes down. There's only 1 player to fight for this Team Liquid squad, and Netshoes Miners bring Natividade back.
Oh my god, the one of the final safe zones, and they are able to bring Natividade back, and let's see if they're able to make the advance towards Nitrox that has the high ground advantage.
They have the high ground advantage, but Netshoes has the numbers advantage. It's almost like a fair fight, but Phoenix is by the side of of Netshoes Miners, and he can be a trouble for this squad, but he's aiming at Nitrox. He gets the kill by field, and now it's a 3v4 fight. Nitrox trying to use the high ground advantage, while Netshoes tries to use the positioning advantage and the numbers. Let's see if Broilo can take one of the players down. He takes a lot of damage, and now the forcing of the ice comes from the players of Netshoes Miners. Natividade using the trees as a cover, and the grenades are coming in.
Raining grenades.
The rain of grenades is coming, trying to take down the Kronos as Field takes down Prozin. Prozin brings Natividade back. Now it's a 3v1. Now Netshoes Miners got the advantage. Finally! Finally! It's a booyah! Netshoes Miners! It took them 11 rounds. They are finally on the board, and the fight to leave the relegation zone is on, my man. Netshoes Miners get their first booyah of the season, Isa.
Netshoes Miners finally getting their first booyah, and of course they also matched it with a lot of eliminations, a good amount of eliminations, which will take them a little bit further away from Liberty. Of course, Netshoes Miners has already played yesterday, but even so, congratulations on their first booyah. It is good to see Netshoes Miners finally fitting in a good match, finally really making basically no mistakes. They were able to fit in their perfect aim, and 20 extra points for Netshoes Miners, with Field being the MVP.
Finally, we got to shout out. Now all teams in LBFF have their booyahs, and we see that Magic Squad also a good game. Nitrox with a good game as well. Team Liquid getting 11 points. Los Grandes 11 points as well, and Vivo Cade is being left with a 6th position with 9 points, and we will have a lot of MVPs. 3 kills for the MVPs. We will still have Guz over there. We will probably still have Dead God over there. And we will check this out as soon as possible. Drax also there in the MVP list, but it's important for us that the players are being nominated as the MVPs, and we'll bring you the full list and the standings after a quick break so we can hydrate and be right back. We are back live to bring you guys the second map of the day. We're heading to Kalahari. And of course, we gotta check the standings after this first map of the day, because the fight for the bottom is now totally different from what we've expected to start the day here, Isa.
Yes, let's remember that Netshoes Miners has an advantage of matches, of number of matches towards Liberty, but what I am hoping to see the most here is Magic Squad that has had a very good first match. They didn't end up in the top 3, but they still managed to get a lot of eliminations and 14 points. So Magic Squad going for the top, and they have fewer matches as well. Also Los Grandes getting the best of Loud.
Let's see if Nitrox can get to Loud, and if they can take Loud from the top 12. That's the cheer for Loud, the crowd for Loud is really hoping that they don't get too Loud. Tropa is now in a bad position to try to take that 12th position from Loud, but Nitrox seems to be the only team that can go there and try to take it out. But now Netshoes Miners position themselves against 0-0 Nation, only 30 points behind 0-0 Nation in 5 maps. If they go for 6 points per map, they can take 0-0 Nation. However, yesterday they went for 0 points in 3 maps, so they need to take the space that they got on the first map and take it to the other 5 maps, right?
Yes, and of course the fight for the top 12 is getting more and more interesting. Tropa will need a very good day to catch up to Loud, even though Loud hasn't had a great start in the championship. They are still with a good punctuation regarding the last weeks. So Loud making a comfortable position in the top 12 or 13, counting that Nitrox will probably pass them. It is only like a 20-25 point difference.
23 points, something like that.
Yes, it is something like that. So Nitrox can pass Loud, and it's going to be easy. But Tropa won't be easy for them to pass Loud.
And shout out to Atlético over here saying Corinthians, which is kind of controversial, but okay. Vinita Adkari and tThe having a nice discussion here, nice talk. One telling the other how their scenarios of Free Fire is nice. I like these discussions. And we have Pitbull here saying Brazil. Mateus is also here asking what is IKR. It means I know, right? It's a contraption. An acronym. Excellent. An acronym for I know, right? It's
okay.
Like, I agree with you. But we're heading to the second map. The passengers are already boarding the ship over here, boarding the plane over here, because we're going to the skies, but we need to define who are our bets.
Bermuda, I'm gonna go for Metagaming.
Metagaming. Okay, I'm gonna go with Corinthians.
Okay, 2 good bets.
2 good bets. And we are going to check this out because we are getting ready. Our engines are rolling, and the board commissioners are starting to show that those signs that you put your seatbelt like this, and then if you want to open, you do like this, and you have doors here and here and here. I never knew why do you understand this? I never knew why we understand this, and we are getting closer and closer, and the engines are rolling because we are clear to take off. So let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R11D2 heading straight to Kalahari, this is your Captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot Isa invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Isa!
First map of Kalahari, be very welcome to this amazing desert. We love to see the confrontations in Kalahari. It is a very different map. It is a very new map, so of course it always has the most interesting confrontations and the most unexpected ones. So let's check it out, because all teams are right now engaging in their usual drop calls, and of course we don't have anyone dangerously close to each other, and Netshoes Miners takes back Council Hall without Black Dragons Vasco being here to play for it, and they are just coming from a booyah. So let's see what Netshoes Miners is able to get for this match.
We see that without Vasco, it's a different game for Netshoes Miners here in Kalahari, right?
Yes, of course. They're able to drop call in their usual chosen area. But look, one of Corinthians' players has already been able to knock down Cebolinha. Cebolinha that was making the loot of the bordered areas, of the suburbs of Playground. So he's now being able to pick up that kill, and Bungie is playing. We were talking about a little bit about the escalation of Corinthians and about the casting of Corinthians, and of course we have today playing Mengodi, Hazuri, Vitinho, and Bungie. Zenaki, that is the team captain and is also a support player that has been a main player for Corinthians for splits after splits, is not playing today. Mengodi has taken over the support position, and Zenaki is probably by their side trying to help out the squad, trying to make his calls, even though he is not here playing.
Let's check out if Memgod will be able to supply this absence of Zenak on the starting lineup. Maybe Zenak is by their side giving the calls as a co-host, a coach on the sides for this Corinthians squad with Kied. Both of them could be directing the squad by the side. And we see the most certain thing in all the world before is in the refinery. And check this out. Kalahari is the most disputed map in this LBFF. Before and Fluxo have now 158 points, and Vivo Kate is right after them with 150 points. This is a map that allows the teams to go for a different rotation, and it leads to some great statistics, like the team with the most booyahs is not one of the three of that are leading in points. It's Metagaming with 3 booyahs.
Well, that's interesting. That shows that Metagaming, even though they had some great matches in Kalahari, getting 3 booyahs, they still must have a lot of bad matches. If they are not in the top 3 in the punctuation of Kalahari, it's because they have had a lot of bad matches, even though they have had also 3 booyahs. Let's see if this match is going to be one of their booyahs, like it was my bad, or if it is going to be another one of those bad moments for Meta.
Let's check this out, because we already see Metagaming trying to go for their rotation. They are not a team that settles down this season in this Kalahari map. They used to be a team that fought for the control post against Corinthians. They tried to take the control tower, the top of the control tower, by the control post, the command post. So it changes a lot in their rotation. We see that Liberty now has a good position in by the camp, and they want to take down some good loot, because that was the blue zone. That was the blue zone to start the day here in Kalahari.
Yes, and Liberty coming in with Pato. Pato that doesn't always play for that squad. Yes, guys, Pato means duck in Portuguese, so you get the difference. But this is not their usual casting as well. Pato usually is benched, but right now he is playing. Let's see if he brings something new into the squad, because Liberty desperately needs a better performance, especially a better performance, because they are on the very bottom position of the standings, and if they want to get out of the relegation zone, they need to punctuate very, very, very well.
And this Team Liquid squad that has been in a good moment in LB. They started this season.
MTS's Wi-Fi has dropped. Did you see it?
It did? I didn't see it.
Oh, that was a Wi-Fi cross.
I was looking at the map. I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
So MTS probably had his phone die or something.
Or maybe someone is downloading things that they should not be downloading.
Oh my God. Or he is texting. Maybe his girlfriend, maybe not. But maybe he's texting someone, and if you get off the game for a while, it shows that you're off.
Posting on Instagram. He's posting on Instagram, maybe. We are trying to understand what happened. And if you guys have an opinion, please tell us on the chat. I believe that he was posting on Instagram.
Okay.
Or he was sharing a meme on his stories. Check his stories. If it has a meme, we know what happens.
MTS never posts stories.
Check this out. Kawe taking down BL, getting the first takedown of the match with 6 minutes of play. No players still killed. The first takedown was taken by Kawe. And I gotta say, I love our coordinator, Mateus here, helping me, bringing us some coffee to hydrate during the matches.
Hydrate with coffee.
Of course.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Public.
Don't do it. Hydrate with water. Coffee is made for people who don't care about their health a lot. And now we see the full map. Let's check out where the safe zone is going to close to. The first safe zone was already kind of tricky. Let's see where the second one will go.
But what I am spotting right now is Team Liquid getting very close to Netshoes Miners with their delayed rotation as always, as we always expect from them. But they are going to be able to spot Netshoes Miners or the other way around because they are very close and the safe zone has shrinked completely on the other side of the map, leaving Magic Squad in a very good position.
And I gotta say, I loved Mateus' message on the chat. He said, Rafa X devia aventuration on Europa. I loved this message.
I didn't even understand it.
I think he wanted to say that Rafa X should adventure himself on Europe. Should try to go for adventure.
That's a very good mixture of languages that he made.
I loved devia aventuration on Europa. Now we see Boot trying to lead the charge for this Team Liquid squad against Netshoes Miners that came from the Booyah. And they want to capitalize on it, but they are not in a good position to fight. Team Liquid has the top-down advantage, and they might be in a hard fight right now. Some shots going out. Rick takes some cover. Broilo also taking coverage. Nice use of the CR7 from MTS to hold himself up, and he tries to use the grenades. He is one of the best grenadiers in Brazil right now. And we see Boot now rotating, trying to flank the players that are Broilo and Rick, but a nice grenade now takes more than half of Boot's life and gives the advantage to Rick and Broilo. More grenades coming in from MTS. He's trying to help the rush over there. Nice grenade right now, putting Broilo and Rick in a tough position, forcing them outside of the coverage. And now the players from Team Liquid can go for the rush. It seems that they will not go to. They got an amazing condition to go for the rush, and look at Phoenix putting Field to the floor, and now the rush is up for this squad. Phoenix will put Broilo to the floor as well. Natividade takes MTS out of this battle. He's on the floor, but will use the ice to protect, to get some coverage. Phoenix once again, but he will finally go down to Natividade after a slaughter. Once again, Rick brings it back, and Netshoes Miners now have the advantage. Only Boots to fight for Netshoes Miners, but he will get the last player from Team Liquid. It was Pedro RS, and the battle is still on for Team Liquid. While Netshoes Miners go down and back to the lobby from Booyah to bottom to Netshoes Miners.
Yes, very unfortunate Kalahari for Netshoes Miners. They almost were able to turn around the situation, even though Field was the first. Even though Field was the first player to be knocked down. But right now, look at B4 and Magic Squad and Nitrox that are all in a good position inside the ruins, and they are in the center of the safe zone.
And now we see Bops trying to take some information, and Rafa X takes down Moreira, Eric takes down Mandela, and Metagaming is now destroying Drop over there, trying to get some more points, some more kills onto themselves. You see Kiled trying to rotate. Eric uses the grenade, but Kiled is far away. He's going for the open field, and Eric will try to get the kills. Kiled uses the negative edge to get some space, and Eric is giving chase. Let's see if Kiled knows about it. It doesn't seem so. He's forced to use the chrono, and he will go down for the safe zone. Eric will take the kill. And now Metagaming with 3 kills left. Tropa with only 1 player for the remainder of the game as they reach the refinery. A spot that now will be kind of a rotation that will now be kind of busy, because a lot of teams that were on the refinery will probably go for the same rotation that Metagaming is doing right now, is it?
Yes, but it isn't a good, it is kind of, no. They won't be able to make it into the ruins because it is going to be very hard. There are 3 teams making this position and aiming at them. So Metagaming right now retreating, and they are choosing to go for someplace else, which is a very good choice for Metagaming. That is good vision of game. They did not choose to make their way into the ruins, and they are going to turn it around in the map.
This is indeed the best read that they could have. A read that we had over here. The teams that go for the refinery usually will rotate to the exact same place that Metagaming was trying to go to, the ruins. So it's smart of them to try to turn it around, to try to round the map and go for a better positioning. We see Nando9 over there trying to find some shots out onto the players, I believe, from Liberty. And we see that the Zeppelin is going through the safe zone right now, and Vivocade is trying to rotate as the same way that Metagaming did, and they might find the last player from Tropa. As you see on the map, we could find that confrontation. Now Bobs takes Eric to the floor as Metagaming was trying to join the ruins. They didn't go for the different rotation, they went for the obvious rotation and they fell into the hands of Magic Squad. Bobs will get the kill and now Rafa-X is on the floor. Los Grandes also by the same spot during that fight. Let's see if Magic Squad will position themselves in a good way for this fight, because Vivocade is also coming there. Tropa, the last player from Tropa, BL, over there also going for the same spot, and he'll go down. Oh my god, got Q just waited like a patient man to get one shot out and take BL to the lobby. Now Tropa in the 11th position, not getting close to Loud in this map. Let's see how Bobs will go. He finds a good grenade, takes a lot of damage from that guy, and now he's trying some shots out. Nando9 is using the ice coverage to fight against this Magic Squad. Italu is leading the chart. He uses the ice, he protects himself, gets some cover out, and the shots from GodQ are trying to take that guy to the floor. Nando9 already goes down, and Italu will go down as well. Look at Drax! The charge being from Drax, destroying Vivocade. And Magic Squad is becoming a more dangerous team. Match after match, map after map. Now 7 kills on their hands to start this fight. But Prozin brings it back with a nice grenade launcher shot. Salis and Prozin with the grenade launcher shot, taking down 3 players from Magic Squad. Nice rush by Nitrox, holding against this team that is really dangerous. And now Bobs tries to run and he will not be able to. João takes the kill, however, Magic Squad goes to the lobby in the 9th position with 9 points season.
Yes, still a good punctuation for Magic Squad, always being a regular team in this season, but look, Metagaming is still alive. Ooh.
Now Pão takes a grenade, nearing the glute region over there. Burns a little bit of the glute. And now Corinthians is engaging into this fight against B4. And Fawn is trying to keep himself alive like a poor man that cannot run. He's hiding by the house the best he can. As we see Corinthians and B4 in a war zone over there, trying to enter the ruin zone. And Fawn was now found by a player from Los Grandes. It was Iago that took him down. Los Grandes goes down in the 8th position. And Mangard will take the kill on Lobato. Metagaming is still bringing back some players to the fight. As we see, they are trying to join that battle, but João puts Cauê to the floor, and Rafa-X is also on the floor. Vitinho will try to get the kill, and he gets the kill on Rafa-X, but Pão brings it back and takes a kill from João, but Pão is now the only player alive for Metagaming. And look at the safe zone, closing out to B4. What a lucky team. When they have to leave the refinery, the safe zone closes with them in the middle, is it?
Ah, that's not luck, that's safe zone reading. But B4 very well positioned. Corinthians also is going to be able to pick up a couple of kills in the way, and of course Team Liquid and Liberty are their main targets.
And I bet on Corinthians, right?
Oh, right.
I bet on Corinthians, and Corinthians is having a great game right now.
My bet is meta.
And Vitinho XP is trying to come over with Bundy and Hazur leading the charge. Liberty finally goes down. Nice grenade by Vitinho XP, forcing Cruzeiro's players to run around. And this is a fight that if Corinthians win, they will be in an amazing position for the end of the match. They get the kills, and only R7 still alive for Cruzeiro. We see Butt inside of the house, grenades coming on his direction. Vitinho XP trying to go all Kobe on Butt, and now Corinthians will rotate to the other side because they know that they need to be on the edge of the river to be inside of the safe zone.
Corinthians, the only team that is completely complete in the end game.
Before with only 2 players now, Nitrox goes down. Pão is the last player for Metagaming. He will probably go down on the hands of Memgad once again. Corinthians taking the kill. R7 is trying to flank the players from Corinthians, and now they go after the players from before, but R7 takes him, got to the floor. A dangerous moment for Corinthians to lose a player because Bungie went to the other side of the river. Hazur will take the kill. Jubinha will send Bungie to the floor. What a shot by Vitinho XP! He takes Iago to the floor, and now there's only Jubinha to fight for before. He will try to help his teammate that is Iago. Grenade from Vitinho XP. If he copies it, he will take the game. Nice grenade now, forcing Jubinha and Iago to get closer to the wall. Another grenade from Vitinho XP. Jubinha leaves the house and Vitinho XP gathers information. He now sends the grenade to the other side and takes half of Jubinha's life in a single grenade. But look at Iago! And now it's a 2v1 fight 4v4.
Oh my god.
While we see Hazur using the board to keep himself alive, and he will not be able to. So it's a booyah before! What a fight by Jubinha and Iago! They went for a 2v4, and with the help of R7, they got the difference lower. Using the last safe haven of the safe zone, they kept themselves disciplined and sent all the players from Corinthians to the lobbies.
And before, as you've said, in the numerical disadvantage, was still able to knock down Corinthians and able to get the booyah. Of course, only Iago and Jubinha did it alone, and Corinthians was still able to make a great match. Maybe they shouldn't have crossed the river so early on the end game. A little bit of a mistake from Corinthians that was very well used by before getting their booyah in Kalahari outside of the refinery.
And you guys are now crying because if with one more kill, you guys would get a code.
Well, I'm never wrong. Even though I'm never right. I'm never wrong.
You were really wrong because Tropa went down in the 11th position.
I did meta for this one.
Oh yeah, you went with meta.
So
okay.
Anyway, I'm never wrong, but I'm never right. So great punctuation for before, and Corinthians being able to make the same amount of points, even though before was able to get the booyah, and Iago 5 kills all by himself.
5 kills all by himself, and he was the responsible for this before squad. Only 1 kill didn't come from Iago. They got 6 kills, and 5 went to Iago. Corinthians with 18 points, 9 kills for them as well. Cruzeiro with a nice 3rd position, 13 points. Metagaming with the 4th, and Drax is sharing the MVP list as well with 5 kills for Magic Squad. They went down in the 9th position, however, they still got 9 points for themselves.
Magic Squad making a good average for today, but who's really doing badly today is Tropa. Tropa that made a bad match in the Purgatory map and made a bad match right now with 0 points. Vivo Cage also not in their best moment. Netshoes Miners, as you've said, at least went back to the lobby with 2 extra points from eliminations. But rough start for Vivo Cage and Tropa and Liberty. Liberty did better in this match, but in the last one they were very bad. So those 3 teams especially need to make a better performance out of today.
And Netshoes Miners needed a 6-point average to try to leave the relegation zone still today, and they got 2. So they are below average, and it's a simple math. Let's check out the standings to see how the second map changed it here for us. Cruzeiro getting the 5th position from Magic Squad. Look at the job that this Cruzeiro squad is doing here this week, Isa.
They are doing very well, but of course Magic Squad is also doing very well, which is their biggest disadvantage. But however, if Metagaming doesn't have this good performance today, Cruzeiro is able to make a kind of a margin of difference between them and Metagaming, and in the next week they might be able to reach closer to the top. But of course, before just now getting to Fluxo, and Vivo Cage also not doing it well today, as I've said before, but both of those teams still didn't get to Fluxo.
They are still fighting to get to Fluxo, and Corinthians taking the spot from Team Liquid is bad for Team Liquid because they don't play here anymore this week. It's the last day of their week, and if they want to keep themselves in a safe position inside of the top 12, they need to perform better here today. Not a great start for Team Liquid, and of course we still have 4 more maps to come, and I want to know if we're going straight to the 3rd map or if you're going to take a time to hydrate. My commander, how you do over there. We are going straight to the third map. We're going to, so let me just prepare here.
ASMR.
You see, I hydrate with water. You see, I hydrate with water.
Okay.
And we're getting ready to the third map of the day. We're heading to Bermuda, a map that is known by everyone here in LBFF. All the players have experience in Bermuda, not necessarily competitive experience, however, they have experience with the map. So this is a map that it's nice to see that all the three maps have different iterations of itself, and they value different kinds of plays. And Bermuda is the one that values the experienced guys.
Yes. And I want to ask you, what's your bet? I'm gonna go for metagaming again.
I'm gonna go full Pai Galo right now. Mentalizei. It's going to be Vivocade.
Okay, my bet's still on metagaming. I am really getting my hopes up for them because they are fighting for the top. Of course, we have two good bets because Vivocade is also a very strong team in the map of Bermuda. But let's check out how the teams that did not do so well up until now, like Vivocade, are going to do, as well as Liberty, Tropa. They need a better performance right now. So let's watch out for those teams.
And we've had yesterday a 33-point Bermuda map by Fluxo on the last map of the day. Is it possible that someone does it again? The record for the most points in a match is in Bermuda from Vivocade. So is it possible that we see a 33-point map once again?
Maybe even more. Who knows?
Who knows? Let's check this out, because Bermuda is coming up and you guys on the chat are coming up as well. We have Vinita, Arikari, and Titan still having that knowledge discussion over here. It's really nice to be in touch. And I'm sorry, Vinita, if I jump scared you with my Booyah shout. I am sorry. And Titan, thank you very much for the compliments. We have a great duo over here. We have Ipo Yoget from Indonesia over here saying he wants the Booyah from Vivocade as well. Big Dog FF saying he's from India. Shout outs and love to India from all around the world. And it's nice to have you guys over here with us. And we're heading straight to Bermuda. The engines are already rolling. The bets are done. The passengers list is in my hand. I'm waiting for you guys on the cabin behind me because the engines are already on and the control tower is ready to give us the clearance to take off. Lee Fox is over here saying love for Assam. Shout outs to Assam. And I want to know the expectations. We know the bets, and I want to know your expectations. You at home, what are your expectations? We have Soham Bandari over here saying he's from India as well. And Ipo Yoget said, Isa Booyah. You are not playing here today.
I'm gonna get the Booyah for meta then.
So let's get it from the sky because we're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R11D3 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your Captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot Isa invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Isa.
And here we are in the third map of the day. Now we are going to close in the first half of the day. And of course, the pilot is very fair today. He's very fair. He wants everyone to be able to get their drop calls, and he's making it extra easy for all teams to be able to make their loot in the most calm way possible. Right now we are seeing that Nitrox has the blue zone, and of course B4 is in clock tower.
There we see the usual drop call from B4 for the last seasons, and we've seen B4 trying to work this Bermuda map in a different way that we've seen last season, going for different drop calls, and today they go back to their usual spot. Do you think that they are now settled with their researches and their studies and are now going for their usual drop calls?
I didn't even, yes, I do agree with you. And of course, we have Bermuda being a very controversial map because sometimes we see it being very aggressive. We see confrontations right early in the beginning of the match, and sometimes we see the Bermuda map being very slow. And right now we are reaching 2 minutes of match. No team has chose to contest another. No team has chose to try to pick up an extra kill alongside the way. But let's check it out if this map is going to be extra crowded like we always like, or if it's going to be aggressive from the early beginnings to the end.
We now see the rotation from the Magic squad. They took bullseye, and the safe zone already closing to the east of the map. Once again, we not having a centered safe zone to begin the match, which can get in the way of some teams. We see that Los Grandes will have to go for an early rotation. Magic squad will also have to deal with it. And this new safe zone style is making the teams learn how to rotate better, right, Isa?
Yes, and it should, because if any team does not adapt their rotations to the new meta, to the new safe zone patterns, they are going to suffer a lot because the rotations are being more and more specific and more different each time. Like Corinthians is right now in the beach of Cape Town. They are right in the negative, and they might catch Liberty in a surprise element with rushing and a good rotation.
And this forces the teams to be better on their improv, right? They need to improvise better in their rotations, as we've seen from metagaming in the past game. They went for a rotation that seemed that they wouldn't go for the obvious rotation, which would have been really good for them, but they ended up going for the obvious rotation and fell to 3 teams holding themselves up, right?
Yes, and look, Corinthians really did choose to make a rush against Liberty, and Liberty does not need to go back to the lobby right now.
They need to not go back to the lobby right now. That's what they should be hoping for. And Cape Town is a usual drop call for this Liberty squad. Corinthians is the one trying to break the drop calls from Liberty right now, as we see tThe using the ball getting closer and close, but look at Razor. Amazing jump by Razor, but Hype comes back with the charge beam and takes down Razor. Razor will get the confirmation of the kill on to tThe, and Vicious Pay uses the grenade by the edge of the door to try to trap some players from Liberty. MGod now going for the rush using the UMP. But the players from Liberty are opening up, trying to come for the fight. And Vicious Pay once again with the grenade, putting Hype to the floor. Bungie gets spotted, and there's only one player from Liberty. My God, Liberty. There's only drizzy, and he will not be able to hold the whole Corinthians squad. Liberty goes down to in the last position with only 1 point back to the lobby, Isa.
Very tough moment for Liberty, not being able to score well in any of the maps until right now today. And of course, Corinthians being able to get this rush towards Liberty, losing only Hazuri that was already brought back to life by the revival. Corinthians is starting off the Bermuda map actually, with 4 eliminations, and maybe they need to make a good rotation because they are outside of the safe zone. So let's see what they are doing now that their usual captain is not on the squad.
Their usual captain are indeed not in the squad. They got to the 2nd position, and if maybe Zenak was on the squad, on the lineup for the end of that Kalahari map, maybe the outcome could be different, right?
Yes, it might. But look, right now we have Team Liquid holding off in the edge of the map, right close to Riverside. This is a position that was recently introduced into the game, and it's very much used. It is a very good position to be able to make marks, to be able to aim at your enemies. And right now, Team Liquid holds it, and they are aiming strictly at Vivo Cage.
We see exactly Phoenix taking that aim. He's using the heat aim over there, the contrast aim, to get some shots out onto the players from Vivocade, but it seems that he will not be able to hit anyone over there. However, he keeps shooting because that's what he gets paid to do. And now It seems that Team Liquid will not leave that Riverside area. We've seen that area being used yesterday by Cruzeiro with a lot of precision in the map, where Trap took the record with 21 kills, and he got the record exactly by that region. That was being challenged by Loud, that was being challenged by a few teams around there. It's becoming a strong position with these different safe zones, isn't it?
Yes, and look at where metagaming is right now. They are right in the middle of an open field. They need to make a decision quickly, but they have Los Grandes and before making a good positioning, surrounding them. So metagaming right now will need to have a good rotation or to be able to wipe out one of those squads.
And you should know that your name in India is Isha, not Isa.
Oh.
The guys are sending love to Isha. And now we see Los Grandes holding the players from Metagaming over here by the north of Bimazak Strip, by the high ground of Bimazak Strip. And this could become a war zone because before is by that spot as well. They might try to rotate to Catulishua. However, 3 teams are there: Los Grandes, Metagaming, and before. And there are some movement over there. There is some movement from Metagaming going for the center of the safe zone, trying to leave that Catulishua region, that Bimazak region, because they know that they might be in trouble if they stay there too long, isn't it?
Yes, and Metagaming made a smart move. They backed off of that region of the high ground of Bimazaki because it was very crowded. They were not taking hits only from Los Grandes. They were also taking hits from before, and now they make their position in Bimazaki. That is a good positioning inside of the safe zone. Tropa also holds a good position. So let's see what are those teams going to be able to do for this third map of the day. And of course, we are reaching 10 minutes in the match.
We are getting to 10 minutes. It's been a slow start here in Bermuda. Despite the first confrontation between Corinthians and Liberty, it seems that the first confrontation actually happening right now with Broilo going down. Nice grenade by Gus. He's one of the greatest grenadiers here in LBFF, and he takes Broilo to the floor as we see Field trying to rotate, and Juan and Cebolinha closing on them. Lobato will take the kill from Hick, and Netshoes Miners in a predicament right now. They might be the second team out of the match as Natividade takes Cebolinha. Guarantees at least 1 point for Netshoes Miners because it will be the only one that they will get. One more team going down on the bottom position that is fighting against relegation. The 2 teams that are fighting against relegation went down in the 12th and the 11th position.
And now B4 is here to collect the remains of Los Grandes, while Netshoes Miners once again back to the lobby so early on the match, and unfortunately they are going to have to overcompensate in the last couple of matches. Otherwise, today is going to be one more bad day for the teams that are already in the bottom.
It's indeed a bad day despite the first booyah of Netshoes Miners. Now we see Shinase taking Gus to the floor, and 3 kills goes to the hands of B40. They took a few kills onto the players of Netshoes Miners, and now they're scoring the players from Los Grandes. The safe zone is closing to even closer of the riverside to the riverside. We see that Cruzeiro and Corinthians will go at each other right now. A football classic here in Brazil now happening in the Free Fire fields of Brasilia. Trap will get the first takedown on Bungie. Nice kappa from Trap, sending Bungie to the floor, but Hazur is there to help him. It allows R7 to come for the rush. Sided by Rush, they go for the rush onto the players of Corinthians. We see Trap over there, and Hazur will put R7 to the floor once again with the charged beam. He's using that charged beam really well, but Giga brings Memgod to the floor. Giga now takes the kill on Memgod. Grenades are coming in. Trap uses the chrono to protect himself, and Hazur will get the kill from R7. He will get the confirmation of the kill. Now 10 teams still alive, 37 players, and Cruzeiro is trying to find a better way to rush against Corinthians. Rush will take Vichin XP to the floor. Now there is Bunge inside of that house. Grenades are coming in. Bunge is free, and Rush will get once again the takedown with the Max 7. Only 1 player still up to fight for Corinthians. It's Hazur. Rush gets the confirmation of the kill. Hazur has the charged beam, and Trap is coming after him. He jumps to a side, uses the ice, and forces Giga to use the other side, and Trap will get the kill. So Corinthians goes back to the lobby in the 10th position with only the 1 point for position. However, they still got a few points after killing Liberties.
Yes, and Cruzeiro, that was able to win this confrontation over Corinthians, really needed to stay alive because they have not had a good day up until now. Oh my God, but almost.
He yesterday was taken by the drop.
Oh my God, it was like 1 centimeter away from Bud.
And yesterday, he took the drop to the head and went straight to the lobby. It was not a takedown. He was straight to the lobby. And now we see MTS trying to find the grenades onto the players of Magic Squad. And when MTS uses the grenades, it's a matter of time to see the players go down. Put Drax to the floor, and Magic Squad want to come over and rush this Team Liquid squad. But they already have one less player in this fight. GodQ will take Boot back and put it a 3v3 fight once again. MTS now trying to hold his team up. GodQ gets the confirmation of the kill on Boot, and we see Italo rotating, and his MTS takes MTS to the floor. But now Magic Squad has the advantage onto this fight. They have 2 players still up, and Pedro Ares is the last player, not anymore. He is down and out of this match. Team Liquid goes down in the 9th position. And there we see Nitrox and Prozinho was using some grenades to the floor. What was going on? While we see Nitrox trying to deal with the players from Los Grandes, and Cebolinha will put one more player down. Prozinho and Cebolinha are on the floor, and João is the last player remaining for Nitrox. That was a insane fight. And Nitrox went down with Prozinho shooting grenade launcher shots onto the floor by his side. That was unexplainable, Isa.
Yes, and of course, all confrontations are blowing up the map right now after 10 minutes of tranquility.
Let's see. This fight's going on. Kiled will get 2 players from Corinthians, and Jubinho will try to bring it back. However, Tropa still have all 4 players in the game despite having 2 down, and they will get the elimination on before they will get the squad wipe onto this before squad, and with their full squad still alive. Nice job by Tropa, holding themselves up. They know that they have to deal with Vivocade if they want to go for the safe zone. And let me remind you, Vivocade was my bet.
Yes, Vivocade in the best position. Also, Cruzeiro might get inside a good safe zone. But we have still 4 teams fully complete, if I'm not mistaken. Fonzin holding off in the gas alone. And look who just came into the end game. Magic Squad is now back to the game.
Now, we just see that this last safe zone, this next safe zone will be really tough for some teams. We see Mandela taking down a player from Metagaming. It was Eric over there. And Meta is trying to get to a better position. And finally, Los Grandes goes down on the hands of Drax with the 6th position. Still 19 players in this battle. Almost all teams with their full squad. Magic Squad trying to get the shots out on Tropa. They came back to this match, as Isa pointed out, really well. But they need to rotate because they are on one of the worst sides of the safe zone. They are really away from the center of the next safe zone. Metagaming also going for the rotation, taking Tropa that would be holding themselves in this rotation. Bobs goes for the car. What are they trying to do? We see another 9 taking down one player from Cruzeiro, and Bobs now has the information of the players from Metagaming, from Tropa actually. He's trying to find a better way to get this fight out. You see Drax over there, Metagaming in a predicament to leave that house as well. They will break the ice. Will they go by car? Will they be crazy enough to go by car? I don't know, but Rush will take Nando 9 to the floor as we see Magic Squad trying to force Tropa out of their safe shelter by the antenna, and Drax gets the kill on Kiled, but nice grenade, now taking lots of damage from the players of Magic Squad. It's General with the grenades, and Mandela and Moreira on the other side. Nice grenade launcher shot by Bobs, taking Moreira to the floor. Now there's only Mandela. He tries another shot, and he gets the shot. Nice job by Bobs, taking down 2 players, and the squad wipe onto Tropa. We see Eric trying to hold Metagaming in a good position. They have the better positioning in what means safe zone. Vivocade goes down in the 4th position, and Meta, your bet can go to the end of the match. Eric uses the grenade launcher, takes a lot of damage onto the player from Magic Squad, the last remaining player. We see Trap over there. He also has a grenade launcher. He will put Eric to the floor, but he will go down. So it's a boo! Yeah, Metagaming! I lost the bet, but they made it count. Carefully rotating through the safe zones. carefully getting the best positioning and ending up in the center of the map to finish off with a great booyah in Bermuda. Here is
Metagaming getting their first booyah today, and of course let's remember that they are competing for the top of the standings, so Metagaming being able to save the day that they have so far, which was not bad but it was not good. So right now Metagaming really leveling up their performance, and of course they were my bet.
They were your bet, and we see the confirmation of the points. Magic Squad getting more points than Metagaming with a great match here for themselves. Metagaming with 17 and Cruzeiro with 13. Cruzeiro keeping up the good day that they had yesterday.
Yes, of course. And Vivo KG right now being able to reach an average amount of points, but Vivo KG and Tropa did better, still didn't do so well as they probably should. Los Grandes also with 10 points. 10 points is the average amount of points per match that you need to make a good day. So it is an average punctuation. And soon, what Bobs played for this match in Magic Squad really was amazing. Bobs was able to guarantee a lot of kills for Magic Squad and really made a difference in the squad. So of course, Bobs, the MVP, is now in the screen.
And we check the remaining of the highlights over here. Before with the 6 points, they got trampled by Magic Squad. They were destroyed by the Magic Squad. Corinthians with 6 points, Nitrox 5, Team Liquid once again in a bad match, 2 points, and Choose Miners and Liberty with only 1. Bobs gets 5 kills to this Magic Squad. They are getting a good amount of kills here today, and we see that once again the booyah from Metagaming does indeed really good for them. And I want to ask you a favor. Please press enter.
Oh.
Press enter.
You need to let them know first that you're
No,
dropping.
no. Press enter. I am a good payer. There it is. The drop is over here for you guys. The code is there. I lost the bet. I pay my bets. And it's on the chat. If you guys take this, it's all yours. Check this out. And we're going to check the standings that will be coming on the screen for you guys to know what changed with this last map. Magic Squad taking the 4th position from Vasco. Another great match by Magic Squad, keeping up the average. But look at Cruzeiro. Cruzeiro started the week in the 10th, 11th position, and they now are 3 points behind the top 4.
Yes, of course, Cruzeiro has already played yesterday, but they still hold a great position. But the team that is most surprising me right now really is Magic Squad, because Magic Squad is only playing today. They did not play yesterday, and they are already almost up for Vivo Cajun before, which means that it is going to be very easy for them to achieve the top 2 tomorrow.
It will be indeed a great path for them to go for the top 2 indeed. And we are still heading to the last 3 maps of the day, and we'll talk about some more about metagaming after we come from the break. But we gotta hydrate, we gotta take a rest, because lots of emotions are coming on those 3 last maps. We'll be right back after a quick break. Enjoy the code.
Salve, salve, meus crias! LB é sonho, LB é trabalho, mas também é diversão.
Agora deixa os garotos brincar. Deixa os garotos brincar.
É o gancho que o roteirista encontrou pra falar que a Metagaming tá brincando de amassar os adversários.
Cauê fez a parte dele, Eric também coloca Drax no chão. Um por um vai caindo e faz a fila, meu amigo. Vem um de cada vez que a meta tá insana.
Senta lá que lá vem história. A Metagaming é uma organização de 2019 que nasceu lá no Paraguai. Sabe o que me lembra? Foi num baile em Assunção, capital do Paraguai, onde eu vi as paraguaias sorridentes a bailar. Do Paraguai pro mundo, papai. A Metagaming subiu pra Série A na LBFF 4, pra não sair mais. Não só não caiu, como chegou em todas as finais. A melhor colocação, 5º lugar na LB5. Agora, xará, o 5º lugar é pouco. A meta quer mais.
Uma meta completa que chega ali ó, com a faca entre os dentes, mandou pro lobby. E a meta com 5 eliminações, Croft.
Contando os 2 dias a gente conseguiu quase 150 pontos. A gente vem tendo essa boa jogabilidade desde as últimas semanas. Graças a Deus nosso time encaixou e a gente vai vir forte aí para buscar o topo da tabela.
Tem a liderança do Cauê e a agressividade do Eric. O famoso misturou, deu bom.
Já tem o Eric Granadinha, consegue derrubar o Pedro RS.
A gente não esperava ter um rendimento tão bom assim, mas a gente foi treinando durante a semana e aí deu bom.
A Meta foi a única equipe da LB7 que anotou 3 buias numa única rodada. Tá pouco, quer mais?
O foco nosso é ir pra final sim, tem muito campeonato ainda. A gente quer terminar em primeiro lugar para conseguir aquela gordurinha pra final, que isso ajuda bastante.
Sentiu, né? A confiança tá lá no Shell, como diria o Lucha. Resta saber se o time que revelou o Flock para o mundo vai latir ainda mais forte na LBFF 7.
I gotta say, I love the doggo.
I love the dog.
I love the doggo from Metagaming, and it's nice to see.
He's an icon for metagaming.
Yeah,
for
he
the
is.
past seasons, we have always loved that dog, and now that dog is really giving some luck, some extra luck for metagaming.
They got the booyah here in Bermuda, and they are coming for Purgatory with intent to kill. They want to be on the top of the standings. They are fighting to be on the top 5. And it's a team that changed a lot and is having good results. Shoutouts once again to Altman, who is doing an amazing job with this metagaming squad. But we're heading to Bermuda. Netshoes Miners had their booyah in Bermuda, their first booyah of the season. However, in the next 2 maps, they went really poor in Kalahari and Bermuda. Can they take back that momentum that they had on the first map of the day? Is it possible that the Netshoes Miners will try to come for another booyah here in Purgatory?
It is a team with a lot of potential, so for this Purgatory map, I am believing that they will do better, as I always say, but Netshoes Miners really needs to step up their game, and of course they are going to have 3 more chances throughout the rest of the day to make that better performance, and teams that we have to watch out for are not only Netshoes Miners, but Liberty, Tropa, and other teams that are not doing so well today, but in the other hand, we have Metagaming, Cruzeiro doing well up until now. So let's see if those teams are able to guarantee a good performance as they have done in the first half of the day. So let's check it out soon.
And Titan got the code.
Titan got the code.
Titan got the code. He's thinking here. Enjoy it, bro. If I lose again, I will bring another code. And who is your bet?
My bet for this Purgatory is on now really unexpected teams, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and say not really unexpected, but they are not doing so well today, so I'm gonna go for Los Grandes.
Nice bet. Los Grandes does really good in Purgatory. Let's check this out. I am go with I'm gonna go with Cruzeiro.
Good one.
They are having a blast of a day. They are the second most the second best team in points here today, and the engines are rolling. You can hear the sound of the engines rolling because we're getting close. I love your sounds, your BG sounds. But we are heading to the fourth map of the day. The engines are rolling. The passengers list is already on my hands, and we are getting closer to take off. The control tower is checking my route, and we're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, for the flight R11D4 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Isa, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Isa!
And look at this airplane route, Marcelo. The pilot has not been any at all nice right now, because all the teams that fall in the island of Central and Fire Brigade, Lumber Mill are going to have a hard time getting to their drop calls. Even Vivo Cage that falls in 4 usually is going to have a hard time getting to their drop call. So let's check out, because I am saying we're going to have an early on confrontation due to this airplane route. And look how Netshoes Miners is positioned. Vivo Cage is so close to them, and as they fall, we are going to get to be able to check this confrontation in the first hand.
And we also have Liberty changing their drop call from Fire Brigade to the Moat House. And Vivocade now taking down the players from Netshoes Miners. 3 players already down for Netshoes Miners, only 1 player remaining. As we see General taking some shots out, and Atividade is the only player remaining for this Netshoes Miners squad to try to keep themselves alive. But Magic Squad is also nearing the edges of Brasilia, and the Miners will go down with 1 minute and 25 of play. If I'm right, this is probably the record for the quickest squad wipe in the history of LBFF. We're going to check this out. And Italo will put Cabeção to the floor. Cabeção just came into play and is already eating some grass on the floor. He will be sent back to the lobby by Italo with the charge beam. Magic Squad doing really well with the charge beams, but Bops is on the floor, and Vivocade can still go for the rush onto the players of Magic Squad. Let's check this out. Modestia using the watchtower to get to a good positioning, to get to a safe positioning, as Vivocade seems to be actually rotating, and Metagaming is fighting against Liberty. This different route from the airplane changed a lot of things in the expectancies of the players, is it?
Yes, of course. The car that got in General are driving right now, taking a lot of hits from the players of Magic Squad, but they were able to escape peacefully. Of course, they are definitely going to be able to save Cabeção, bring Cabeção back to the game, and Cabeção already guaranteed his first kill in the map. But look at Liberty and Meta. Pão is going to take down tThe in the water.
He wants to take down tThe, as we see Pão aggressively going after the players from Liberty. He already took 1 kill, and he wants some more for Metagaming. Playing really aggressive here. They want their Booyah once again. They want the double Booyah. And this Purgatory map will certify them once again in a good positioning in the table, in the standings. There you see Pão waiting for tThe to show up. tThe knows that he's being pressured, and he will probably keep himself low while Pão keeps looting over there, keeps trying to get a better equipment, and calls for a backup from Eric. Some shots going out.
And that was a very curious choice of Liberty, because Liberty is a team that is already not doing well, and they chose to confront not any team, but Metagaming, that is a team that is coming very strong this split. So weird choice by Liberty, but what we have most seen from Liberty are weird choices, choices that have not gone well for them. So right now Metagaming with 1 kill towards Liberty, and they of course can get that extra kill from tThe that is in an alpha positioning.
He will not be able to leave that spot. He will not leave that place alive, that boat alive.
Yes, very likely.
Unless his teammates get there to help him in this fight. And now we see the fight going on between Los Grandes and before a fight that is becoming usual by the center of Brasilia. Let's check out who will take the best spot right now. As Cebolinha goes for the front line. He is the frontliner for this Los Grandes squad. And we see him having to deal with Jubinha, Chinês, that are the ones going after Damn, Jubinha takes him down. Nice Kappa from Jubinha taking the kill and taking the point for B4. Fawn goes to the floor as well, and Juan comes from behind, takes Lobato by surprise, and the grenades are coming in. Juan will get the kill, will get the point from the kill of Lobato. Now the rotation, Shinez. He knows of the players from Los Grandes by his side. Gus will take Shinez with a nice grenade, and Jubinha will be forced to use the ice to protect his teammate. Some more grenades coming up. Once again, Gus puts Shinez to the floor.
Oh my god.
Once again, Gus puts Shinez to the floor. It's the third time in a row, and he will finally get the kill. It's a 2v2 fight right now, but Jubinha brings it back, sends Juan back to the lobby. Now Gus tries to use the grenades. Iago is over there, protected by the ice. He takes no damage. Gus will have to rotate. He's the last player remaining for Los Grandes, and Iago knows of his position. He knows that he is trying to run away, trying to keep his teammates alive, and he will go for the rush. Gus uses the ice, gets the kill on Iago, and it's a 1v1 fight. Jubinha tries to rotate to go for the save on Iago. He surrounds himself with ice. Some more ice coming in by Gus right now, and Jubinha will have the time to try to bring Iago back to this matchup. He takes a bit of damage, and Gus now rotates, tries to go over, and Gus will get the kill! What an incredible play by Gus! He holds Los Grandes alive with a triple kill and a double kill in the clutch situation, sending B4 back to the lobby and keeping Los Grandes alive by the side of a hard zone, so he can bring back his whole squad with the loot on the floor. Great play by Gus right now, saving Los Grandes and sending B4 back to the lobby.
What Gus has played against before is no joke. He was able to take out almost the entire squad of B4 all by himself, grenade after grenade. And then what he did with his MP5 was really out of this world, because Jubinha had a full life, and even though Gus only had like 30 of life, he had a very low HP level, but he still was able to take him down. So very good play for Gus in keeping Los Grandes alive in the match, and he might be able to save all of the players if he just gets to the hard zone or to the store that we have in the center of Brasilia, because I am pretty sure that he's going to have a lot of coins with all of those loots available for him.
And we saw the message from William over there asking what is the record for the most kills in a single match for a player, since Cias had 10 yesterday. And if I'm not mistaken, it's Italus when he played for Santos Real.
For tThe.
For tThe, actually, I'm sorry, with 11 kills in Bermuda.
Other players have also reached 11 kills in matches as well. I don't remember the exact names, but it has happened before, not before Italo, but after Italo. Other players have also reached the mark of 11 eliminations in one single match, but so far no one has done better. And look, the whole squad of Los Grandes back to the match, and they have a lot of loot to work with.
Let's see if they will go after Cruzeiro. And we see that Cruzeiro is splitting, probably trying to flank this metagaming squad. Pão has the information and he goes after R7. He uses the chrono to protect himself with Rafa X by his side. We see Eric rotating. He tries to get the players from Cruzeiro. The grenades are being shot and Pão will go down. Trap gets the kill. Now Cruzeiro has the advantage. We see Giga rotating. They will go for the rush because they already have two players well positioned by the side of the players of Metagaming. We see Rafa X. They have the numbers advantage. They have the good positioning and they want to go for this rush. Rafa X cooks a little bit of the grenade, comes back to the weaponry. He will not use the grenades, and Trap uses the grenades, trying to get some players of the metagaming squad out of this match. We see Rush rotating. Rafa X uses the icing smartly to get the takedown on Rush. Trap gets trapped on the rocks, and he will have to rotate. He will have to rush to the other side as we see Eric trying to take down more players from Cruzeiro.
Oh my god.
Another rotation from Rafa X because Eric is on the floor. Now it's a 3v2 fight. Rafa X once again putting Giga to sleep for this squad of Metagaming. Now it's a 2v2. R7 will bring it back. Nice shot, and Trap will get the double kill onto Kawe, and R7 and Metagaming will go down. R7 with the charge beam once again doing really good, and Cruzeiro keeps themselves alive.
Cruzeiro that was able to get this confrontation out of metagaming, but still they are inside of the gas and they will have a long rotation to do. But right now Los Grandes is picking up a confrontation against Team Liquid that is going to very likely end badly for them.
Now the shots coming out, and you see Vivocade going after the players from Liberty, and what a day from Liberty. What a day from Liberty.
Bad day for Liberty once again.
2 players down. They lost a player on the beginning of the game for the players of Metagaming. And once again, a disastrous match by Liberty. MTS trying to get the grenades out onto the players of Los Grandes that were brought back by Gus after that incredible play against before. MTS trying to get Killedge as well. Tropa might join that fight. And the safe zone is closing to the south, to the satellite islands of Purgatory, not the central island. And now we have some more shots coming in against Los Grandes. They're using only a single rock to protect themselves, and MTS has no grenades left onto his hands. He tried all of his grenades, and it's an edge against edge fight, but will flank the players from Los Grandes. Who will be helped out there? No, he will not. He will fall, and now Los Grandes has only 3 players to fight.
Of course, Team Liquid making a very good mark against Los Grandes. And as we are saying so, the safe zone has shuttered completely towards Fire Brigade, and Tropa holds the best position.
And now we see the fight between Magic Squad and Nitrox once again going on. And Cruzeiro will go down to the hands of Corinthians. Bungie gets the kill. Wildcard kill puts Salis to sleep. Nice job right now by Magic Squad, but Nitrox tries to bring it back. Quali sends 1 player to the floor. Italo will send João to sleep. And now only Prozin and Quali to fight for Nitrox. Italo breaks the ice and tries to come over. He puts Prozin to the floor. There is only 1 player to fight for Nitrox. It is Quali over there. He tries to run and got kill. Will get some shots out. Will deal some damage while the rush comes over. Bops will get the kill with the charge beam. And Nitrox is back to the lobby in the 8th position. As we see Vivocade now having to deal with Tropa. You see that got General and Modestia are already inside of the house while BL tries to come over. Modestia has the frying pan on his hands. And he's trying to get a good defense on the 2nd floor of the house. But
and of course, Magic Squad getting very used to not losing any confrontation.
Bops bringing Drax back to the lobby, to the game, and they will be fully with the full squad for the end game. Cabeção goes to the floor. We see BL over there, also trying to rush onto General because they have the numbers advantage. Tropa trying to get a good fight out of Vivocade, and they will get it. They will get the squad wipe onto Vivocade. No respect to Vivocade over there, and look at this safe zone on the edge of the bridge, leaving Liberty with the necessity to rush through the bridge with all the teams waiting for them on the other side. Now we see Mandela trying to bring back Killedge, but he will not be able to. Killedge went to the floor and the kill goes to Memgad. BL is waiting for the players from Corinthians. He has the information and he's trying to get information if there are more teams coming from that same region. Corinthians now rushing, getting to a better position, using the negative edge to rotate, and they will probably go after the players from Tropa. But some shots are coming out. He takes a lot of damage over there. Hazur takes half of his life in damage, and he will be forced to heal over there in between the fight that goes on from Team Liquid and Los Grandes. It took 3 seconds after we got the camera back onto the fight.
Completely sandwiched situation for Los Grandes. Team Liquid with a very good positioning, and Liberty is going to have a hard time getting out of that bridge.
They got some players back into the game as well. They have more than 1 player at least to fight in this end game, but they need to perform better than what they did here in the start of this match. Let's see how Team Liquid will go. They set 3 players down on the rush against the players from Liberty. We see Pato rotating through the bridge, and the information was caught by the players of Liquid. Hazur will get the kill on Mandela, and they will send Tropa back to the lobby in the 5th position. Now we see Corinthians with 1 player on the floor, but still 4 players in the fight. 4 teams, 14 players, and the fight will go on. The only team that doesn't have all 4 players is Liberty, indeed. We see Magic Squad also rotating to that region that might become a fight between them, Liberty and Corinthians. Team Liquid is trying to take one of the players from Liberty, the other one is on the other side of the safe zone. They split to try to keep themselves alive, but they were spotted by the whole teams around the map. All teams know of their position. Pato tries to keep themselves alive, and tThe will go down on the hands of Magic Squad. Now Phoenix goes down. Nice job by Pato holding a little bit more and getting one more point for this Liberty squad. He will try to get boot as well. And Corinthians is also taking some shots. MTS will get the kill on Pato, but Bungie will put MTS to the floor. Liberty now in a poor position, and the best position goes to Corinthians. They have the center of the safe zone all for themselves. They are holding Team Liquid away, and Magic Squad is now trying to rotate to get a better positioning for the last fight. Memgod, he rotates, he tries to see the players from Team Liquid, tries to help Bungie that is going for the front line in this fight. We see MTS, Pedro RS, and Butch still in this battle. Butch gets the car and he will go for the car rotation. Is it real? It's real. He's coming with the car, trying to center Team Liquid as quickly as possible, while Corinthians has to deal also with Magic Squad. Vitinho XP, he uses the grenade. He wants to take down the players from Liquid, but Hazur is holding the players from Magic Squad. Q was left behind, trying to go for the support from afar using the sniper rifles. Vitinho XP, more grenades coming in, lots of damage onto Drax, but no takedowns for Vitinho XP. Pops is now dealing with Hazur, the former Corinthians player, now puts Hazur to the floor, and he also puts Bunch to the floor. Nice job. Memgod comes over with the rush. He will put Drax to sleep once again, but Vitinho XP brings Bop in, and now Magic Squad has only got kill to fight because the defense for Corinthians was just incredible, but will steal one kill. 2 kills for him, and Magic Squad will go down onto the hands of Bud. He stole a lot of kills for this Team Liquid squad, but he will go down. MTS goes down as well, and there's only Pedro RS to fight. He gets the kill! He gets the kill! He gets the boo! Yeah! Team Liquid! Stealing kills, playing safely, and with a clutch play by Pedro RS, he takes the booyah, and the points for 10 kills for this Team Liquid squad is
Team Liquid really was able to make that strategy, and Bud really, he got a lot of kills from the ground because Bopis from Magic Squad was able to knock down 3 players of Corinthians. Not 1, not 2, but single-handedly, he knocked down 3 players from Corinthians. And then when he died, when God Kill was far away from his squad and he eventually died, Buton was able to get all of those kills from the floor, and look at how many points Team Liquid has made in Bucci with 8 eliminations for this match.
8 kills for him, 11 for the squad, and Team Liquid gets to 23 points. They were not having a good day, and now they finally show up to play here in Purgatory. 15 points for Corinthians, 14 for Magic Squad, the same amount of points that they had on the first Purgatory map of the day, 14 points. Tropa with 11, Vivocade with 10, Los Grandes with 9 points, and a good moment right now for Team Liquid to maybe come back in these last 3 maps of the day.
Yes, of course, Corinthians having a great match as well. They were able to dominate the positioning that was the best inside of the safe zone. Tropa, that initially held it actually, wasn't able to keep it up because a lot of teams made rushes after rushes inside of Fire Brigade, and that is not the first time we see that in a safe zone that closed towards Fire Brigade in this LBFF. Of course, Nacho's Miners once again very bad into the match, and before falling in the 11th position in the hands of Gus, that did one of the most amazing clutches in this season. This gameplay of Gus is really gonna go off for one of the best plays by one single player in the entire season, and maybe in the entire LBFF.
It was just incredible what he did, an amazing clutch by Gus, and we'll get to see him back in Kalahari, the next map of the day, the 5th map of the day, after a quick break because we need to hydrate a little bit. We are back live to bring you guys the emotions of the 2 last maps of the day, and we gotta check the standings because this Purgatory map might have changed some things. We see Cruzeiro taking the spot from Vasco, fighting for the top 4 in those 2 last matches, and if they perform really well, they can go fight for the top 3 or the top 2.
Yes, they can. And of course, we also have a metagaming that is doing very well. And metagaming also might threaten Black Dragons Vasco, might threaten the teams that are in the top of the standings. And Team Liquid doing really better. This match really made a difference for them in the standings. But this will be their final matches for the week. So they really need to make it happen again. While the bottom of the standings stayed the same, exactly the same.
Netshoes Miners not having the strength to get to 0-0 Nation. Liberty not having the strength to get to Netshoes Miners. It's been kind of clear that those 2 teams currently are playing a different game. They are playing, they are not adapted to the new meta game.
Yes, and they are really in need of that adaptation. Otherwise, they won't be able to make it past the relegation zone. And of course, our expectations for the next map include the teams that we have seen perform well in the last Kalahari, but also the teams that we have not seen perform well, because it is important to make those adaptations. So, of course, the last
Bets. We have 1 minute before the match. We gotta go fast, and the bets are the most important thing.
My bet for Kalahari.
Your bet for Kalahari is?
I'm gonna go with Vivo Cage.
I'm gonna go with Cruzeiro once again. I believe they are going for the top today. They are going for the 3rd or 2nd position. They will have 20 and 20 points in those 2 maps. They will go for the double booyah in the end of the day.
Okay, if Marcelo said
I'm
it,
not
it
betting.
must
I'm
be
not
true.
betting Bermuda. I'm only betting Kalahari, and Cruzeiro will get the booyah in Kalahari here. You can touch your chin any way you want because Cruzeiro is taking that booyah, and you will give a code to the chat this time as we're heading to Kalahari, as we're heading to the hottest map of the day here. And of course, we have the guys here on the chat. Vinita Adkari over here, Roshan Podel, Deep Free Fire. And I'm not going rage mode because I'm scaring you guys on the chat, and I don't want to do it because I'm on the air because we're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R11D5 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side my co-pilot Isa invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your bars, because it's time to drop, Isa.
Second to last map of the day, and of course this time the airplane pilot did not choose to make what he made in the last match that we saw was a very, very troll airplane route. So all of the teams needed to make a different kind of fall from the airplane. But right now he was very nice. So all teams going to their usual drop calls. Maybe that means that we are going to say slower Kalahari. Maybe yes, maybe no. But right now we are on the screen of Magic Squad, one of our stars of today, and Boppis. What has Boppis been playing today? He was also one of the highlights, in my opinion, one of the best players of today, alongside with Gus from Los Grandes. Those two are two to watch out because they are very strong players. But Nitrox already has eyes on Kawe of Metagaming. So let's see what Prozin is able to get out of Kawe.
Let's check this out because this could become once again a moment for Nitrox to try to rush against the Metagaming squad. Let's see what will happen. Prozinho is over there as well. We see Salles with his sights on the side, probably trying to trap the players from Metagame if they try to rush. But currently we're in a standoff. Kawe tries to leave that region, and Prozinho already has his sights on him. Prozinho has the P90, and Rafa X is coming for the help onto Kawe. This might become a fight over here, Isa.
It might become a fight, and it probably will, because Kawe is probably not going to be able to get out of there.
And he is now on the floor. The P90 from Prozinho making its work, but now Rafa comes to the aid of Cauê, and both of them will have to try to leave once again using the tree as the shelter. Dangerous position right now for Rafa and Cauê, with the players from Nitrox now getting even closer. More shots coming out. Prozin using the P90, but not getting the kills onto the players of Metagaming, and it seems that they will be able to rotate, isn't it?
Yes, maybe if Prozin had a longer range weapon, he would be able to complete the elimination or even had knocked down Cauê sooner. But right now, in this Kalahari map, Cabeção is getting out of Vivo Cage's team again, and once again, tThe, one of the star supports for this LBFF, is back to the Vivo Cage squad in the map of Kalahari, that we all know to be very strong for the supports, while Lapa gets in the place of Jubinha for before.
Changes for this before squad, probably trying some new strategies, however, still taking the refinery. And look, there is a hard zone in the refinery. There is a hard zone inside of the refinery. Can this be better for this before squad? It's just like the game is playing for themselves.
Yes, it can. And of course, Refinery is a very strong call, but Pato is already taking down R7 from Cruzeiro. So let's see if Liberty is able to make that squad wipe complete, but I don't think so, because Cruzeiro is not close to them, and they might be able to save R7 right now. But Menor 10 is getting into the place of Rush, which is an interesting substitution for Cruzeiro, of course. And we are seeing a lot of substitutions for this Kalahari map.
Lot of substitutions, and Kalahari is a map that allows substitutions, allows some changes from the starting lineups. So maybe the teams are experimenting different rotations, different formations, that could bring them advantage on the long run.
Yes, that is true. And right now, Corinthians is very close to Los Grandes. They are both taking position inside of the command post, which might mean that the safe zone has closed towards that region. Let's check it out in a couple of minutes when the safe zone completely shrinks and we have the reveal of the third safe. So let's see what happens, because Los Grandes is making a very calm game right now, like all other teams. And even though we have had 2 eliminations right now, all players were revived. So we have 48 players alive, 5 minutes in the match, and most teams are positioned actually, or making their rotations.
And now we see Los Grandes really close to the command post, and once again going after Corinthians. They are always harming Corinthians, and before. This could be something that we need to understand a little better, and we see Corinthians on their usual drop call in control post, however with 2 players now on the top of the tower. A really slow start for this match over here, but some different strategies being used in this Kalahari map. Some teams might be in some doubts on what to expect here in this map, since this map is now really balanced, as we saw on the beginning of the broadcast season.
Yes, we have had slow Bermudas and this, slow Kalaharis, and this is no different. Now we are having all teams making their game, and that might show us that the teams are playing more for the Booyah, are playing more safely, because they want to guarantee the points. Of course, it's not going to be possible for all of them, but they all want to guarantee that punctuation to get on top of the standings, especially because we are getting closer and closer to the end of the day. But tThe already took down Mandela. And look, Vivo Cage might be making a rush towards Tropa.
Let's see if they will go to. Moreira takes a huge shot from tThe, and we see that the sniper from Vivo Cage once more, and there is a first player from Tropa on the floor. It's Mandela, as we see BL trying to get to him to help. General also gets to the same spot with the help of that guy, and BL will be left on the floor, but Modestia couldn't help. And you see that one player from Vivo Cage was going to the floor as well. It was General, as Moreira and Kiled come with the grenades and try to take down the players from Vivo Cage. They are the new kill leaders, and that guy and Modestia are now rotating. There's one more player down, it's Moreira, and only Kiled to fight for Tropa. Vivocade wants to come over, wants to take down the player from Tropa. Kiled will put General to the floor. Now the jump comes in from Nando9, the rush is over, and Modestia will get the kill. Tropa goes back to the lobby in the 12th position with only 1 point on their hands with the kill against General. Nice rush by Vivocade after taking the first player, Isa.
Yes, and Vivocade lost General, but they will probably be able to save him. Of course, Tropa not making a good day at all, Marcelo. Even though they made it to 1 or 2 end games, they still weren't able to make a lot of points. And Tropa really needed a good punctuation if they wanted to catch up to Loud, but they did not so far. Let's see if in the last match that changes. But right now, Vivocade making their rotation, probably to save General. Oh my god, Modestia fell right into Team Liquid.
And it's a dangerous position for him to be right now. And he has to give the information to his teammates, because if they come over, they might startle this Team Liquid squad, and this could become a fight where they are in a disadvantage. We see that Team Liquid is already rotating. They know about the players from Vivocade. Boot trying the shots out. We see Nando9 on the bottom of the screen, and now he's trying some shots against the players from Liquid. Shots out. Trying to find the rush from Team Liquid players. I'm sorry?
Who did I bet on?
You bet on Vivocade.
Oh, right.
And I bet on Cruzeiro. The great Cruzeirão Cabuloso. And now we see Team Liquid rotating. Boot is over there. Phoenix and MTS also trying to get a better positioning for this fight. And it seems that they will not fight. They will rush through the gas. They don't want to engage by that spot against Vivocade.
Good for Vivocade, but bad for Team Liquid that could easily get the eliminations if they worked the positioning well.
It seems that they don't have the information on the fact that General is not on the game. They would be in a numbers advantage. But it seemed that they didn't have the information. That God will go down on the hands of Gus. What a day this man is having right now, trying to find Nando9 over there. But Nando will put Ruhuan to the floor with a beautiful Kappa on the head of the former MVP. We see the rotation from Los Grandes now trying to trample Nando on the other side of the map. Fawn is the one leading the charge. He's the sniper trying to get a better positioning to fight against Nando9. It would be a sniper versus sniper fight. And one of the players from Vivocade seem to be taking off to keep the team alive. They split those two players. Cebolinha leading the rush.
Los Grandes now is going to get to the command post where Corinthians is already positioned, but we need to see, because the safe zone is not fully closed into the command post. So if they bought off these confrontations, they might not get inside of the safe zone later.
Let's check this out, because Gus puts right now Los Grandes in a great position, and Corinthians is trying to rotate. They might be trapped by Los Grandes. They are now edging the new safe zone, and Los Grandes with a great positioning to trap some teams over there, to surprise some teams by that region. Let's check this out. The fight between Corinthians and B4, as Lapa is on the door, and MMGod tries to come over, tries to take the information, and tries to take the first player down, and Iago is the first to go down. Look at Hazur and Band getting the kill. Now two players to fight for B4. Nice job by Corinthians. They destroyed B4. Destroying B4 and sending the whole squad back to the lobby with no points to their name. Trap now gets Fonzin back to the floor. And Los Grandes will have to rotate because Cruzeiro comes from afar. They didn't even see where Cruzeiro is shooting from.
Yes, of course. But look, Los Grandes might pick up a few kills from this Team Liquid and Corinthians confrontation that had before, but before already went back to the lobby.
Now we see Butt leading the charge for Team Liquid. They will be attacking and Corinthians will try to defend their positioning. Some shots going out as we see Liberty fighting Metagaming and taking Metagaming out. Finally, Liberty gets probably their first squad wipe of the day. They're trying to leave the last position on the rankings, but with an awful day here right now. Fon gets the kill on Pedro RS, and Team Liquid will be left with 3 players because Los Grandes joined that battle as well. Corinthians now has the numbers advantage, but they are sandwiched. MTS will get the headshot on Gus, will get the Kappa on Gus over there, as Corinthians tries to prepare for the rush from Team Liquid coming over. Butch is using the landmine over there to try to trap the players from Corinthians. More grenades coming over. We see that Magic Squad is fighting against Netshoes Miners on the other side of the map, and Memgad is now leaving the house to go for the rush onto the players of Team Liquid. Grenade coming over, and Vitinho just waited for the death. That's all that he could do. And Butch will try to come over. MTS will take Hazur. Now Team Liquid has 2 players to fight. It's a 2v2 fight against Corinthians. We see Phoenix rotating him. God take MTS to the floor, and he will use the Chrono to keep himself alive. And another great clutch. Now this time from Memgod, sending Team Liquid back to the lobby with the triple kill.
Team Liquid that was having an amazing day, but right now back to the lobby in the hands of Memgod that keeps Corinthians alive in the match. And look, Los Grandes had the safe zone close towards a completely different place in the map, and they are making their rotation, and Los Grandes might come strongly for this end game because they are alone in that side of the map.
They are indeed all by themselves, and we see Nando9 putting Cebolinha to the floor. Okay, trying to keep themselves alive in this game. He will get Fon as well. 2 takedowns for Nando9 while holding up with only Modestia by his side. He has a Barret, he has the AWM. The players from Los Grandes were brought back to this match, and now they are aware of the positioning from Nando. Some shots coming out from Gus, trying to break the ice. Nando hits the shot on Cebolinha. What a speed that this man has with his trigger fingers.
And of course, Vivo Cage, if they had the full squad, would be able to come very strongly for the Booyah because they hold the best position. But there's only Nando9 and Modestia, and Nando9 doing an amazing job with his sniper.
He was waiting for the Chrono to come out with his sights on the head of the players from Los Grandes. Netshoes Miners once again out of this match with a few points to their hands, as we see Nitrox dealing with the players of Cruzeiro, getting 3 kills. Corinthians will go down on the hands of R7, but Cruzeiro only has 1 or 2 players to fight. It seems to be one only, R7, going for this last fight, and he will go down. Godkill gets the kill. Magic Squad still getting good points to try to go for the top of the table, to try to fight for the leadership tomorrow. They will be here tomorrow, and they will go after Fluxo to try to get the top of the standings. We see Fon over there aiming for the players of Nitrox with a great positioning right now, taking the highest part of the submarine over there, the only part that is outside of the gas. And now João rotates to the hill, and he will be taken down by the players from Magic Squad. The kill goes on, and Hype gets the kill as well to his hand. One more player down, it's Salis for Nitrox. Nitrox having to deal with 2 teams over there fighting against him. Only 1 player from Liberty, Hype, and the Magic Squad. Godkill will go to the floor, and now Hype will try to get quality. As we see Nando9 also trying to get some kills, and Vivocade will go down. The rush from Los Grandes was actually really good. Nitrox will also go down, and Hype is keeping Liberty alive and taking them to the 3rd place. The best position from Liberty in a long time on the hands of Hype. Now it's Magic Squad with 3 players against Los Grandes with 4 players. They will decide the Booyah here in this matchup. Bob's now rotating. Los Grandes is using the hill to protect themselves. We see Bobs and Drax trying to get a good positioning, and Italo is above the players from Los Grandes. He gets the first kill. Now it's a 3v3, important kill from Italo to put Magic Squad in an equal condition for the fight. Great grenade. Now Drax was sent to the floor. Bobs goes to the floor as well, but Juan falls to Drax. He tries to rotate. He takes Fonzin. There's only Gus to fight, and he's the clutch master. He already sent one of the players to the floor. He has to deal with Italo. The positioning from Italo is better, and Gus will bring Fonzin back to the fight. Los Grandes in a numbers advantage right now as Gus gets a little distance with the ice over there against Italo. Bobs and Draxler are still on the floor. They didn't confirm the kills. They didn't take down the players from Magic Squad. And Ethan will try to come over and help his teammates. He goes for the rush and Gus will go do it again. He will do it again. So it's a boo. Yeah, Los Grandes. He did it once. He sent the whole B4 squad to the lobby in the last map. And now, when the fight comes for the booyah, Gus shows up again, and Los Grandes gets their first booyah of the day, Isa!
Gus making the incredible difference for Los Grandes. Of course, getting their first booyah, as you said, Marcelo, in Los Grandes that is going to take a huge leap in the standings if they keep up with this performance. Of course, beautiful confrontation between Magic Squad and Los Grandes. We had a 4-on-4, a fair fight between those two teams, and Los Grandes was able to take the better out of Magic Squad that is not used to losing any confrontations, at least today. Of course, Magic Squad with 10 eliminations and a second place will guarantee a lot of points, and Magic Squad that was already doing very good today also gets a good amount of punctuation.
Let's check out the highlights to confirm the points from the teams here in this Kalahari map, the 5th map of the day, starting to set down the picture for the day, and the teams that are performing really well, and probably the best team of the day is called Magic Squad. The highlights are on the screen. 20 points for Los Grandes, 4 kills for Gus, and 19 for Magic Squad. And look at Liberty, finally getting some good points.
Yes, finally getting some good points, although not nearly enough to what they need to get out of the relegation zone. Of course, Vivo Cage, Nitrox, and Corinthians all getting 10 points as well. And Magic Squad, what an amazing amount of eliminations they had, and almost the same amount of punctuation that Los Grandes had. So both of those teams are doing very well today. The team of the day will be decided up until the last match, which is coming soon. And we are going to see a very eventful Bermuda, hopefully. So now let's check out soon enough the next side of the punctuation chart, so we see how the other teams did. But one team that I'm sure is not doing so well is Netshoes Miners, that had one booyah and then in the rest of the day had nothing.
But let me give you a surprise that I was surprised as well. The best team of the day currently is Magic Squad. They have 75 points and they are 21 points ahead of the second team, which is Corinthians. Surprisingly, Corinthians taking the spot number 2 in the best teams of the day, 21 points behind Magic Squad. Dominant day from the Magic Squad, and we got to check the standings to see what this dominant day is doing for them on the tables.
If they get a good enough last match, they are going to be able to be in the same punctuation as Vivo Cage and before, knowing that they have played 6 fewer matches. Vivo Cage and before will not be playing tomorrow, so Magic Squad is really gonna have a run for the top 1.
Let me do the math. One booyah with 6 kills for Magic Squad takes them to the lead, 18 points behind Fluxo. It's really doable for them in Bermuda. They have they have more booyahs than Fluxo. They have the tie-breaking advantage against Fluxo, so they need 18 points. 18 points would put Magic Squad on the lead to finish this day, and for them to go after Fluxo face to face tomorrow.
And of course, Corinthians always also going up against Team Liquid, and metagaming that we have seen doing good but regularly good here in this day did not get to Magic Squad, but metagaming still with a good performance. But the team that really surprised me the most for not doing well in this day is Tropa, while Los Grandes is slowly growing their game, and if they are able to pass Team Liquid today, that is going to be very good for them.
That would indeed be really good for them. And that 10th position now gives Los Grandes a space to breathe and the biggest number of booyahs in the season. They are the team with the most booyahs, 7 booyahs for them in the season, and it gives them a little space to breathe because 20 points left them more than 40 points ahead of Nitrox. And we're going to this last map. It was the map that where Metagaming got their booyah. They are really hot right now, but I'm thrilling to see if Magic Squad will get to Flux.
Well, yes, it is. It is possible that they get closer, but I think that I don't know. Anything can happen. It is the last match, and Magic Squad usually prefers to drop call at Bimazaki, which they are not doing today because Vivo Cage is playing, and Vivo Cage has the dominance over Bimazaki. But a lot of teams are coming strongly for this Bermuda match, as Vivo Cage itself, that always has good Bermuda matches. Another team that usually does well on Bermuda is also Metagaming. That was my last bet. But right now I'm thinking...
My bet is set.
Cruzeiro?
I am betting on Magic Squad for them to take the lead of the championship.
So I'm gonna go with Team Liquid.
Team Liquid, nice bet. Team Liquid also always does well in Bermuda, but I want to see Magic Squad bothering Fluxo on the top of the table.
You
and
stole
tomorrow,
my bet. I was gonna bet on Magic Squad, so...
You took too long to bet on Magic Squad.
No, I just asked you first. I didn't think you would bet on...
You bet first on the five first maps of the day. Let me get one first
Well, I
bet.
did. I'm just saying.
Let me get the first one at least once. Raíssa Soares over here saying it's satisfactory to watch over here. Mr. José Augusto over here. Shout outs to Mr. José Augusto. Jeep Free Fire over here. Roshan Poldel, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Titan over here as well. Vinita Adhikari. They are all in the passengers list, and our commissioners are closing the doors. We're getting ready to go to the airplane. The safety instructions are being told on the corridors where they say the exits are. I still don't know. Why do we understand this? What does this says?
Doors up the front to the sides.
It has 50 doors. And all those doors are locked because we're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies. Are they closed? Check doors. Please check doors once again. It's closed. Let's hit the skies, ladies and gentlemen, for the flight R11D6 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcel Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Isa, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Isa.
And of course, as the last map of the day, the pilot has not made it so easy, but not so hard either. So we see Vivo Cage getting the blue zone, Team Liquid going to mill their usual drop call. All teams seems to have no trouble getting to their drop calls, and Metagaming with the call of Hangar. That is not such a strong drop call, but they seem to be working it very well.
They seem indeed to be enjoying that drop call, and we check out Los Grandes, who just got the booyah, getting to the observatory, a place where some teams like to drop, and sometimes it becomes a place of war over there, is it?
Yes, yes. And of course, Los Grandes, that has been doing very well today, might take a good also last map. Let's check it out if the last map is going to be more aggressive, if it's going to be more of a slow map like we have had before. But we need to see how the team's attitudes come for this last map of the day, because we know that changes a lot. And look, D3 is getting into the place of BL Sati on the squad of Tropa. Playing for the first time in this season of the LBFF is D3 and Tropa. That is the worst team of the day until now.
Let's check out if they will get a better result here in Bermuda. And Tropa is a team that works well in Bermuda. They did it last season, and they can go for it once again here in the season 7. Now we see the rotation by the region of Plantation, and we will probably have a really slower map to finish off this day here today, because it seems that the teams are waiting for the safe zone to set itself, right?
Right. And of course, Vivo Cage is still making their loot on that usual drop call of theirs, and Cabeção is once again back in the squad in the place of Nando 9, which probably means that they are going to come more aggressively for this last map. Maybe not, but we will see soon. So, all the players right now beginning to end their loot, but the safe zone has already appeared. The safe zones that are appearing so much faster with this new update of the game, and that means that the teams are going to soon start making their rotations, but up until now, nothing, Marcela. Not one single confrontation, not one single bullet. All the players are taking it very seriously because they don't want to end the day in a bad note.
They do want to have a good result to take them home happy, and we'll check out how this will happen in this match. We see that B4 is trying to take Factory, but Nitrox is also on that same region, and B4 sent them running quickly away from the Factory. Quali is the one left behind, and he is trying to keep himself alive. It seems that B4 will not give chase. They want to take Factory to themselves because it's inside of the safe zone, which is really to the east of the map. We see Netshoes Miners going after the players from Metagaming. Eric takes a capa from Natividade, and Broilo now takes Kawe. Metagaming trying to rush in. Netshoes Miners defending themselves as Rafa X gets to the spot by Renam Village, and Broilo is trying to run away. Natividade will be forced outside, and he is the last remaining player for this Netshoes Miners squad. Pão will get the kill on Broilo, and the Netshoes Miners have lost only one player. Metagaming now brings back the players that were on the floor, and Field is trying to surround the house with the help of Natividade. Pão is on the first floor, going for the front line for this Metagaming squad. It becomes a standoff between those two teams. Each team lost a player in this battle. Netshoes Miners losing Broilo, and Metagaming losing Eric. Losing Eric indeed in the beginning of this fight. We see that Netshoes Miners now will be taking that house to themselves because the Metagaming squad chose not to fight. Now we see Liberty going for the fight against Cruzeiro. Pato tries to use a Balbal, and the danger zone puts Giga to the floor. Nice job by the danger zone, giving the advantage to Liberty. Cruzeiro loses an important player by means of destiny, by fate. And now is Liberty going to fulfill fate's desire? Are they going to go for the takedown for the squad wipe onto the players of Cruzeiro? Nice job by Davi, getting two wall bangs and putting Trap to the floor. Drizzy will get Menor. There's only one player to fight for Cruzeiro. It's R7. He's trying to hide, and he will not be able to. Liberty with a dominant fight, and the help from the danger zone is
Well, they got a lot lucky that the danger zone took down Trap, because we know that Trap gives off a lot of work to any team he confronts. But right now, Team Liquid taking down one of the players of Magic Squad, and they are positioned very well up top of the bridge, which is a positioning that they always used to take.
good position right now for them to fight by Keraton over there. And the Magic Squad is trying to hold shelter on the house. We see that Team Liquid has the car to go for the quick rotation, to go for the quick rush onto the players of Magic Squad. Let's see if that's their decision. Right now, the danger zone is still dealing some shots with the missiles over there, as we see indeed Magic Squad leaving that spot in Keraton to go for the hard zone. Magic Squad had at least 50 points in every round they played in LBFF, which is just incredible for a team that is coming for the CEA for the first time.
Amazing regularity in all standards, not only in the standards of a team that is just coming to the LBFF, but also in any kind of standards. It is an amazing performance. And here we see their highest punctuations. In round 7, they made 79 points, and today they already are up for 75, so they may break their own record.
Let's see how Los Grandes will fight against Vivo Cade. They lose one player, and they take one from Vivo Cade. The rush is coming over. Gus will try to take Modestia down. General will put Font to the floor. Gus once again against General. Can he do it for the third time? It's only that God against Gus right now. They are rotating. Gus has only an inch of life left. He will get the kill. And Cabeção is now back on the job. And he will bring back Modestia. It's a 1v3 situation for Gus. He uses the ice to protect himself. And he will now go to the second floor. That God will get the kill on Juan. It's a dangerous movement. Can he do it again? If he does it for the third time, my God. Now that God has the information, he can go after the player. That is Gus inside of the house, trying to get a better positioning to fight. The grenades exploding right now, and Vivocade takes the top of the house, and Gus just left. He will be taking off. He will probably not go for the clutch. He has to deal with Cabeção and Modestia by the side. He's trying to get the grenades, and he will not be able this time. Finally, someone took Gus before a clutch.
Maybe if he had stayed on top of the house, he might get the clutch, but he chose to run. And unfortunately, Vivocade was looking at him, and of course, they aimed at him and were able to get the kill. Los Grandes back to the lobby in the 11th position. And Vivocade has lost General, which means that they will either get to a hard zone or a store to save him, or they will hold position in the borders of the safe zone to not make any kind of aggressive gameplays, because they are in only 3.
Some messages coming from the people watching LBFF. Juju saying she loves Men God. LP Error X saying sleeping leader today would be amazing. He cheers for Vivocade. Mara Fernandes saying that Carnival Sunday is... A good Carnival Sunday is watching Cruzeiro on TV, but Cruzeiro is already out of the match. Keep watching the other teams and then go for your celebrations. Please don't go to parties. We're still not rid of COVID. Protect yourselves so we can go all out at the same time. Iago with the grenades, trying to find the kill. He gets the kill onto the player of Metagaming. He wants one more against Rafa X. He gets a good kill with the grenade using the positioning by the Watchtower, now who rotating against the players from Metagaming. He has a good positioning for that fight. We see Magic Squad having to deal with Team Liberty over there. Some shots going out against Italo. We see Pato in the fight. He will rotate. He will try to go after those players from Magic Squad. 2 of them are down, and now only Bops and Drax trying to keep themselves alive. Davi will go to the floor, and the kill will fall to the hands of the players from Magic Squad. Bops is on the floor, and they will go down. Another squad wipe for Liberty. One of their best matches here on the day. However, Liquid is on the tower, the high tower, trying to fight themselves right now. They are by the edge of the tower. We see that Liberty is the kill leader. The kill leader squad right now, as before, that also brought Renan into play right now, are trying to fight Metagaming, and they got 2 kills on Rafa X and Pão. Renan leading the charge 4v4. Him and Lapa playing here for this matchup in place of Chinese. And it seems to me that we'll get the confirmation as soon as possible. But we get Corinthians over there also trying to cross the bridge. Kawe going uphill, trying to go after the remaining players of before, using the ladder over there. Metagaming will go down on the hands of Natividade. Naturals Miners once again trying to keep themselves alive into this match. Everyone surrounding that tower, which gives before a good positioning for them to fight from the top down. And before is a team that likes to play from the top down, is it?
Yes, of course, and they hold a very strong position right now. This kind of safe zone is especially hard for teams that come from the north of the map, like, for example, Team Liquid, like Team Los Grandes, and other teams that fall. Tropa as well, but Tropa's managed to make a good positioning. They managed to get out of Shipyard and still make it into the hills of Caratua, so they might be having a good performance today. And, of course, this new tower that we are seeing before getting the position at is very strong.
Really strong, as we see that indeed the teams are coming down from Caratua and they are going for the car rotation. Let's see if Liberty will join this fight. They see João, they left the car, and now they are going to go after the players from Nitrox. 8 kills on the hands of Liberty. tThe and tThe gets 2 quick kills, and Quali tries to bring it back, but Quali goes to the floor on the hands of the players from Corinthians. Now Nitrox has only 1 player to fight, and Liberty sums down 9 kills onto themselves. Nice job by Liberty getting back into the fight against relegation. They could go over Netshoes Miners right now. Nitrox bring back their players, and Brozin will go down once again. Now Hype is leading the rush with the help of tThe. More grenades coming over. Hype tries to break the ice. Nice shot from Hype, putting Brozin to the floor. Salis and Quali still fighting for Nitrox. They will bring Brozin back once again. Salis, that was an Amazon Creeps player last season. Quali played for Team Coda Solid. And Brozin played for the champions before. Now he goes to the floor. Quali will go to the floor as well, but this time in the hands of Corinthians. Hazur gets the kills. There is only 1 player to fight for Nitrox right now, which is Salis. tThe trying some shots out. Quali has the Groza. It's a really strong weapon, but they will have to deal with Bundy that Corinthians is sending on the rush to try to get the last player from Nitrox. tThe, he chose to go for the rush onto the players of Corinthians. Tropa is also getting close to that spot. Bund will go down on the hands of Iago. Before is also there. Nice exchange between those teams, and Liberty gets the kill. Pato gets the kill on Memgad. Now he takes half of his life in damage, and the grenades are coming in. Vitin XP trying to hold on to himself, while Hype uses the charge beam to try to take him down, but Vitin with the Max 7 will put him to the floor. Before is also coming for the fight, and tThe is trying to hold them down, not allowing them to come up to the hill. tThe once again with the grenade, he will get Vitin XP. Another squad wipe for Liberty. 12 kills on their hands. They're possibly their best game here in LBFF. Pato now using the med kit, as we see Liberty, the team with the most kills in this map.
And probably their best map, as you have said before.
We will check this out as soon as possible, but now we see Pato rotating. They are in the top 6 at least, and they have 12 kills, which will lead them to another great point sum here to end the day. Iago with the grenade putting tThe to the sleep, and Pato brings it back with the charge beam. He gets the kill. He will get the point from Iago, and he has the triple kill for this fight. As we see right now, the fight going on between Vivocade, Team Liquid, and some more teams that are getting close to that region. MTS will get the kill on General with the grenade. Fenix is on the floor, but is helping him over there, and we see Cabeção leading the charge for Vivocade. The rotation right now with the help of Modestia and the grenades. Natividade will put Cabeção to sleep once again. A nice capa with the help of Cabeção having a big head. A nice capa right now. tThe getting another kill. Team Liberty now found the way of the kills. tThe gets taken down, and there's only tThe to fight. However, a great match by a team that was not performing decently for a while. 17 players still alive, while before tries to rotate because they only have 2 players to fight those last fights. Liberty will finally go down in the 6th position by the hands of before. Fenix will try to get Moreira. Grenades coming out, and Kiled has to help Tropa keep themselves alive, and Modestia and that guy will go down for the safe zone. Only 4 squads remaining. Team Liquid tries to go over. Kiled gets MTS down with the grenade. Field will steal that kill because Netshoes Miners are trying to close in the fight. Field and Natividade and Rick trying to hold on for this. What a grenade by Natividade, taking 2 players down. Fenix is on the floor. He will be blown away by the grenade. It was Kiled this time. Nice job by Tropa, eliminating Team Liquid and holding themselves on the watchtower. They still have an edge of the watchtower to fight against Netshoes Miners, but Natividade gets the first takedown. Netshoes Miners can go for the rush. They are 3v1. They have the advantage onto Mandela. That gas would hit Mandela a lot, so the grenades can be lethal, and Natividade is trying to find it, and he does. So it's a double. Booyah, Netshoes Miners! They opened the day with with the booyah, and they close it once again off the top of the standings. Nice job by Natividade, and nice amount of kills for Netshoes Miners that go for 23 needed points for them in the rush against the relegation is
And of course, Netshoes Miners that is just playing their second map of the day, because for all of the rest of the matches, they were not able to guarantee any kind of punctuation, but closing off the day as they started. They made a great start and a great close. If the middle wasn't good, well, that's not our fault. But look at Natividade getting 6 kills and Netshoes Miners 23 points. But the interesting thing is that Liberty, the other bottom team in the standings, only also got 19 points, which is a lot of punctuation. So both teams in the bottom of the standings did very well in this last map. And of course, they are followed by B4 with 15 points. Tropa making probably their best map of the day as well with 12 points, which means bad day for Tropa. Vivo Cage with 10 and Team Liquid with 9.
Great ending for the teams on the bottom of the table, getting closer to 0-0 Nation. We have Liberty still playing here tomorrow. Netshoes Miners just finished their participation for this week. However, Liberty will be here tomorrow, and we gotta point out, Liberty went out in the 6th position. They got a huge amount of kills. They were aggressive and they chose good fights. Finally, they took correct decisions and went for the good fights. We see Corinthians with 7 points, Nitrox 3, Metagaming 3, Magic Squad 1, Los Grandes 1, and no points for Cruzeiro. A rare pointless match for this Cruzeiro squad.
Yes, and of course Magic Squad and Los Grandes also finishing up the day not in the best note, but they had very good performance throughout the whole matches. Look, the first and the last booyah from Netshoes Miners. Therefore, for someone who did not have any booyahs, double booyah is great. But before we held Kalahari, even though the safe zone did not shut for Refinery, which is their usual drop call, and we always see before really dominating in that region of Kalahari. But look, the rest of the maps were taken by Metagaming, Team Liquid, and Los Grandes.
An incredible rush of maps here today. We are going to soon be bringing you guys the kill leaders list for you to understand if something changed here today, to see if Trap or Hender were targeted on the 3rd position, if Trap was targeted on the 2nd position, if he got a decent amount of kills to shrink that distance between him and Cias. Cias will be playing here tomorrow, and Cias can get to 100 points here tomorrow, which is unbelievable. It's the 4th week and Cias can get to 100 points. Tomorrow's games would be incredible, and you guys got to be here to watch Group B against Group C to close out the week. And the kill leaders list is like this right now. Iago and Bops getting the spots of Easy and Hender. Look
Only
at that.
Hender.
Easy was sent from 3rd to 5th.
Yeah, but Easy still is in the ranking. Of course, Easy and Hinder still have tomorrow to play, but Bobs, what has Bobs been playing?
And the MVP of the day is Drax, 14 kills for him. Magic Squad, probably the best team of the day, 5,000 damage for him and 5 assists, but 14 kills was only 34% of the kills of the squad, which means that Magic Squad went for a great amount of kills, and the team of the day was Magic Squad. 76 points for them despite not having a booyah, and look at the balance of points between those maps, Isa.
Yes, very balanced team. Magic Squad is really making a surprise here in the LBFF. They are a new team and they are fitting in almost a perfect game. We see that even the kills are divided. Godkill has a couple of last kills, but even
he's a sniper.
Yes, he's a support player, so even the kills make sense. And look, Gus from Los Grandes still was able to make it to the kill leaders of the day, and what he has played today was no joke.
Half of the kills of Los Grandes. Los Grandes with 24 kills, 12 goes to Gus. Corinthians also on the 2nd position was surprising, but a really good run for Corinthians here today. And it leaves us with the standings like this. This will come on the screen for you guys to understand. Vivo, Kate, and B4 took the lead. However, those two teams don't play tomorrow.
Yes, which means the only team that actually has a shot at taking the leadership out of Fluxo is Magic Squad, because Cruzeiro is too far away.
And
Metagaming.
Cruzeiro doesn't play anymore.
Yes, Metagaming is too far away, but Magic Squad, if they have an amazing day tomorrow as well, and Fluxo doesn't as amazingly as they usually do, but let's pretend they don't. If Fluxo doesn't have an amazing performance tomorrow, maybe Magic Squad will be able to pass them and take over the leadership.
Vivocade will sleep leaders today. Once again, Vivocade being consistent and threatening the top of the standings, as we've seen on LBFF Season 5 when they were the champions, on LBFF Season 6 when they were the runners-up. So, incredible job, and once again, before trying to take control of the table. But on the bottom of the table is the most interesting thing. Netshoes Miners got to tie 0-0 Nation on points, but they lost in number of kills because they are tied in Booyahs as well as with 0-0 Nation, and they are losing on the second tie-breaking criteria, which is number of kills. However, Liberty will play tomorrow, 0-0 Nation will play tomorrow, Real Esports will play tomorrow, Tropa will play tomorrow, which will probably leave Netshoes Miners in an awful position on the end of this week, is it?
Yes, Netshoes Miners really has a worrying position in the table, so of course we need to see them do better. But ending this day, Magic Squad making a great performance. Some of the highlights we saw from Bobs, from Gus, from Drax himself, that was able to catch 14 kills today. Wow, what a day.
Quietly, we almost didn't say Drax's name. He was surgical playing his role. And of course, follow us on our social media to join the discussion at FF Esports PR. If you want to follow me at Marcelo Ferrantini, if you want to follow Isa at Isa13X. Don't forget to follow us. And Isa, once again, a great pleasure to be here by your side.
Great to be here with all of you guys, and I look forward to closing off the week tomorrow at 8 p.m. in Brazilian hours. So
shoutouts to Shan, to Titan, Deep Free Fire, Diamond Gamer, and Ipo Yoget that stood here on the chat here with us, saying bye-bye to you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow because it's time to drop, my friends. See you tomorrow.